You motherfucker, you!
You motherfucker, you.
You motherfucker, you!
You motherfucker, you!
You motherfucker, you.
You motherfucker, you!
Motherfucker you. What's up, everybody? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's been one fucked up fucking type of day. It's been a fucked up type of month. The last 3 months have been all fucked up. And ask yourself why. Is it the COVID that made me cry? I don't fucking know, man. All I fucking know is it's been one fucked up day. Shout out to everybody in the chat at that. Nervous tonight, can't sleep. So I decided to come on for a little while. About 2.5 hours away from my mother going into surgery for a heart, which she's all completely fucked up over and worried, and she's all fucked up, my mother. She's very worried she's gonna die under anesthesia and all that shit. So, you know, I've had 2 of my friends' parents die. You know, Filthy Mouth Gamer's father died out of nowhere. My friend's mother died a couple of days before her, before Filthy's father. So it's always like bad shit comes in threes, you know. And I'm a very superstitious person, so I do believe in bad things coming in threes and just shit like that. My mother is, I believe, 68 years old now. 69 maybe. But she's got like underlying issues, you know, obviously with her heart and shit. So she's going in for some kind of procedure with her heart. I don't know the exact name, but you know, it's not a given that everything will be all right. So she's like bugging out over that. And you know, my sister lives in Staten Island, which is like 45 minutes from my house, past the city. And you know, my father is going to take her at 5 in the morning. I'm really supposed to go with them too, but my sister came out here early last night. She stayed over, and she's going to go with my parents in the morning. So was I, but I think I'm still going to. They're leaving their house, which is right around the block from my house, at 5:30 or like 5 o'clock.
I want your body and face, girl. Maybe you can get the cops called on me. They can come in here and fucking arrest me. Yeah, baby, they can come in with their
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
and shoot an unarmed black man. You white
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
I ain't dating no more white bitches, no motherfucking more. Whoa, you fucking white cunt. Oh, fuck this white bitch. Fuck this cunt.
I wish your mother all the best in her surgery.
Thank you, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, man. The love. It has been a fucked up day, but listen, I've got sappy with you guys many a times, man. I'm an emotional person. People that have been listening to me for a while know this. I say stupid things sometimes, fly off the handle, you know, overreact, all that shit, you know. But the shit that has gone on today has just been fucking just so stupid. I'm worried about my mother the entire day. So I start my day off with, you know, wake up early in the morning and I have to go to the doctor for my back, because I go to the doctor once a month for my back. And I hate going to the doctor's office with this COVID shit, because it's like they treat you like fucking cattle. So it's like I'm being cattled through this. I hate going there. So, but I have to go. So, you know, I start off doing that. And then I get home and I go to my parents' house, right? I stop over there and my mother's bugging out that she's going for surgery. She's worried and shit. She's not that crazy, you know? My father's like outside gardening, you know, and I'm just bullshitting with him. And my mother's nervous. I mean, I don't blame her, but she like, I don't know, she just fucking started this thing with my father because she's all nervous and shit. So the day started out shitty. And then at a certain time, I get a message saying, yo, man, somebody put your phone number on Twitter. So I go and I look, and apparently my number was put out there because I sent a screenshot to Dave Rose of SC Steve talking shit about me. And it had another person on there that got upset, said I was spying or some shit. So my number got put out there. Well, not all of it, but some of it. But it's like, you know what? I don't even really give a fuck, man, to tell you the truth. I got other things to worry about, you know what I mean? I'm not going to concentrate on bullshit like that. It is what it is. I say what I said. And, you know, whatever, you know? What's up, JB, man? What's going on? Thank you. I appreciate it. So that happened today, too. And then, of course, you know, I'm hearing rumbles of all this shit being said on Joe's show, obviously. With the whole Saturday thing. And like at this point, I'm like, yo, man, like, you know, either we do it or we don't. Like, I don't care either way. I have other shit to worry about. You know, anything I do, I'm going to do it to my best of my ability. But, you know, either way, man, you know, I'm not bugging out over it. Like, it's like, you don't want to, that's fine. I'm not pressuring anybody to do anything they don't want to do. Trust me. I'm the last guy to beg. So, whatever. We'll see what happens tomorrow with my mother. Well, in a couple of hours with my mother. I should know by like 10 o'clock my time in the morning, a couple of hours from now, you know, what happened with her. So if everything goes good, probably around 11 or 12 maybe I might find out. Because it's like a fucking 4 or 5 hour operation, I guess. So I'll find out what's going on. And if everything's good with my mother, then the weekend is a go. Everything. You know, Saturday night, we'll be doing our shit, and I'm going to be drinking and having a good time. You know, so it all depends on how things go with my mother. But today, if it's an inkling of how the rest of the week is going to go, it fucking sucked. You know? My oldest one is really fucking sick of being in this house under quarantine. She's fucking 16 years old. Like, she wants to go out and fucking live a life, you know what I mean? It's like, nobody can do anything. Nobody can do anything. And then you see people like Tommy in C2010 who are on Twitter just having a fucking grand old time with his buddy, you know, hanging out, you know, and calls me up and he's like, and you know what? I can't blame him in a way, but he calls me up and he's like, how was your day, Ken? And I was like, it sucked. Oh, my day was great. I hung out with so-and-so and we drove around and I'm like, just like, do you realize that the world is in lockdown? I'm like, do your parents care, like, if you're hanging out with your friends and shit? No, they don't care. All right, but then you go to their house, like, 2 days later, and you could have COVID, right? And you could pass that to your parents who could be sick or fighting cancer or something like that. And you could pass COVID to them, and they can die from that. But, like, you know, and then when I ask these questions, I find out that there's not one living soul in his area where he lives with COVID. So, of course, why would he care? It's not there. It doesn't affect him, right? So why does he give a fuck? He don't care. Why would he care? It doesn't affect him. And I get it. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at him because it's not affecting him. I'd rather people not be affected with it. But it's like once in a while, just think to yourself like, hey, man, you know, I'm lucky that I live in an area where it's not affecting people and I can go out and hang out with my buddy all day and do fucking TikToks. You might as well just 69 each other on that fucking stone you were doing a TikTok on. This guy's going between Tommy's legs. This guy's doing a dance next to Tommy wearing like spandex with his fucking bulge coming out the center of his fucking pants. And I'm like, why don't you guys just get a room and fuck already? You know what I mean? Why don't you two just suck and fucking star 69 each other already? It's sickening. Tommy is just in another fucking world, this dude. He really is. And I don't want to come on here and dog him out because you know, when I speak to him, he's always kind-hearted and a good guy. He's always, "How you doing, Ken? Great. Praying for you, Mom. I love you. Hey, man, what's going on? Stay positive." And then, you know what I mean? Most of the time it's that. Once in a while it's, "I can't stand this son of a bitch." You know, so you get all those. But it's like, you know, he definitely lives in his own separate world. He's not going through COVID like the rest of us are, really. You know, him and his friend, they needed to get a hotel room today, those two. I was like, when is one of them going to put a dick in each other's mouth? Like, when's that going to happen? 45 TikToks going in and out of each other's fucking legs. Like, come on. Weird. Fucking weird. I'm sorry, it's weird. Do you realize how many people say this? Are you ready? Listen to how many people say this. First, listen. This is a famous person saying it first. Listen.
You motherfucker, you.
Okay? Joe Pesci, you agree?
You motherfucker, you.
Now, here's everybody else in our community.
You motherfucker, you!
You motherfucker, you.
You motherfucker, you!
You motherfucker, you!
You motherfucker, you.
You motherfucker, you!
We all say it, dude. Somebody sent me that. We all say it. You motherfucker, you. What a famous word. You motherfucker, you. Yeah, he's out of his fucking mind, Tommy. He really is, man. You know, it's like you could be having the worst day ever. Like, not for nothing, Filthy came on for the first time last Saturday, right? And Tommy, or he called in, or whatever it was. I think he called in 2 Saturdays ago. And Tommy right away could not wait to, like, tell him something about, like, some kind of thing having to do with his father, like, or ask him a question. It was weird. It was weird. But he was, like, excited to, like, do a prayer or something for Filthy. It was just fucking weird. And I'm like, Tommy, you know? He's like, I don't understand why people get pissed. And I'm like, dude, maybe they get pissed because he's like, people hate TikToks and they do that and they get mad at this. And I'm like, maybe they hate it because you fucking...
We're gonna stop these people from hating.
Oh, shit.
If we just keep on shaking.
Shake waiting on these.
I'ma shake.
Shake waiting. Shake waiting. Keep on shaking.
I'm shaking on the ground.
Shake it, baby. Shake it, baby.
It's not that we don't care. We know that shaking is there. We keep on shaking.
Shaking on these motherfuckers.
We shaking on the world to change. Shaking on the world to fucking change, man. That's my man, D-Moon.
Prayers go out to your family, Ken.
Thank
Everything
you.
is gonna be okay, dude.
Thank you, Mr. D-Moon. I appreciate that, man. That's what I keep telling my mother. Texted her before she went to sleep. Said, don't worry. You know when people say, don't worry, I know you're going to be all right. Like, you don't know they're going to be all right, but like I have a very strong feeling she's going to be. Because I'm the type of person, I pray, you know what I mean? Like I know the power of prayer is insane, man. When you truly believe and you truly pray, it is insane. There is nothing stronger than it in this fucking world. And I'm not pushing religion on anybody because I believe in everything. There's not just, it's not just one thing. There's many beliefs that are real. So I don't push any religion, but the power of prayer is insane. You know how many times like I've been in a bad situation and I've really been sincere and prayed like sincerely, poured my heart out and it's worked. So, and then there's been times, obviously, you pray for something and it doesn't work. And then you get people who pray for monetary shit, like they pray for money or they pray for like, clout or something like that. And that's not a bad thing to do, because everybody wants to be successful and make something of themselves and be something, So I get why people would pray for something like that, but I don't do that. I will not pray for money or fame or anything like that because that is so fucking shallow to me. But I'm not judging anybody. I'm just telling you how I feel if I did it. So when I pray, I reserve them. I reserve those for meaningful shit. And I should do it every night, because it's like I only really do pray when something's not right and I need to like connect with a higher source or something, and I need to, you know, really let it out. I reserve those for then. And maybe I should, and you know, once in a while I do just stop in and say, you know, thank you for what I have and blah, blah, blah. Thank you for my kids being healthy, my wife being healthy, my parents being here. Like, I'm a fucking lucky person. Extremely lucky person. You know, so I thank God as much as I can, you know, but I should be doing it more, you know, because it's I feel like I only go to that when my back's up against the wall, so to say, you know?
Don't touch the gerbil, man.
Oh, shit, man.
Don't
That's the
touch
gerbil, man.
Touch the gerbil, man. Don't touch my gerbil, man. Don't touch it. Don't touch that gerbil, man. Touch my gerbil, man. Yo, I'm fucking regurgitating the gerbil, man. Gerbil, man. Yo, don't touch my fucking gerbil, man. Gerbil, man.
Call me butter, because I'm on a roll.
Jesus
Christ!
On the street, bitch. Toss that salad with a motherfucking cake with a butter with shake.
Because I'm on a roll. Butter my butt and call me a biscuit.
Oh, shit.
Ken Dude, I'm sorry to hear that. Prayers go out to your mother, man.
Thank you, brother, man. I really do appreciate it, man. That's why I came on, because I'm sitting here and I was just so fucking like bored, and I'm sitting here trying to watch TV, and I'm flipping around on this and that, and you know, talking to people here and there, and I had coffee like 3 hours ago, so that's not a good thing. And I was just sitting here just like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for certain people to end what they're doing, and I'm gonna fucking just go on for a little bit, just hang out and do something with my life, you know? Let's go back in time, folks. I want to take a nice little time warp with me. Let's go back in time right now to 2017. August of 2017, folks. Let's take you back in time to August of 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hippo song.
I don't wanna work with that hippo no more. I don't wanna work with a hippo, no. I don't wanna work with no hippo, with no hippo. Yeah, oh girl, I don't wanna work with the hippo no more. As I'm sitting in my room, it's July. I got the fan on, yeah, but I can't see right the fuck in front of me. My windows down, I got the motherfucking fan on. I don't like that central air, cause that's not how I get down. Oh, yeah. You make me not wanna work with a hippo no more. Give me a swollen once, I'm like a pimp to that hippo.
Bitch, what you doing, man? You go play the whole fucking... Oh my god, I gotta start the fucking thing over. Sorry. You gotta listen again.
I don't wanna work with that hippo no more. I don't wanna work with a hippo, no. I don't wanna work with no hippo, with no hippo. Yeah. Oh girl, I don't wanna work with the hippo no more. As I'm sitting in my room, it's July. I got the fan on, yeah, but I can't see right the fuck in front of me. My windows down, I got the motherfucking fan on. I don't like that central air, cause that's not how I get down. Oh, yeah. You make me not wanna work with a hippo no more. Give me a swollen nuts, I'm like a pimp to that big titty hippo. The flapjack titties, they were swinging all around. Looking like a helicopter, you gon' dun take off into the air. Girl, you out of here. I can't fucking see you. I walk right into my bedroom door. My dog. I done walk right into a fucking hippo.
The old days.
I was like a pimp to this hippo. She done got the cooties out, get a slip it on. Let me see that motherfucking hippo in the thong. It sick me ass and it close my dick like, oh shit, I'm afraid of it. I don't really want to fuck with it because it makes me so scared and it make my...
I'm imitating the guy who later found out he was a pedophiliac. Stacy.
It just curl back up inside of me. Yeah.
Wow.
Girl, you look like you like to get soaked in pee.
You look like you like to get soaked in pee.
That's why they call me Never Play.
Never Play.
They on that shit like every single fucking day. Oh, baby, you know you drive me crazy. Just lose 100 pounds and I will slap that wave and ride the whole motherfucker in.
Oh, God.
When it comes to the female body, yuck. You know, like, I don't like to see it. I do like the male genitalia.
Shit. Man, you know, what time is it right now? 3:25. I've been out of it all day, man. I gotta tell you guys, I don't know about you guys, like for the people who are out of work and like home that went to work before this COVID thing, you gotta be all fucked up like I am, man. There's some days I don't even know what fucking day it is. I'm not even joking. I'll wake up and cause I've been staying up late all the time. I literally will sleep on the couch like 3 or 4 nights a week. And Shannon's like, how come you don't come into bed? And I'm like, you know what? I just pass out on the fucking couch all the time. Like, you know? And I literally will wake up some days where I go to sleep at like 5, 6 in the morning, right? And I'll wake up at like 9 o'clock. And I'll be like, what the fuck day is it? Do I have to go to work? I didn't even realize what the fuck day it is. Like, I had to look at my phone to know that it was Wednesday the other day. What was that? Yesterday. I had to look at my phone to know it was Wednesday. That's bad. Isn't that fucked? That is so fucked when you think about it, man. What the fuck happened in the last 4 months? What the fuck happened? I think this whole COVID thing has changed. I think it's changed me in a way. You know, I really do. I think it's changed a lot of things. That'll never be the same. And people are like, oh, everything will get back to normal. Yeah, you're right. But some things are never going to be normal again. Some things are going to remain fucked up. Like, I hope you guys realize that. Some things are going to remain completely fucking foobarred. Unfortunately. You know, and some things, I guess, are going to get better and stay better, I guess. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know anything anymore. I just want my mother to be all right tomorrow. I'm being selfish. I just want her to be all right. And then after that, I don't, you know, like, whatever. Let's do what we got to do, you know? If I see another TikTok with this fuck, I'm going to kill him. I'm sorry. I just can't stand it. Is that bad that I watch it and I'm just like, I want to fucking regurgitate on it? I don't know what it is. I think it's the fact that he just, like, shit just doesn't affect him, you know? He's like, la-di-da. Life is great. But you know what? That dude's got his own issues too, you know? So, it's not all roses for him. But I guess he could just, you know, live his life easier or like ignore the stress, I guess. I don't know.
Want your body, face,
really
girl.
don't know.
Maybe you can get the cops called on me. They can come in here and fucking arrest me. Yeah. Baby, they can come in with their guns drawn and shoot an unarmed black man. You white more white bitches. White bitches, no motherfucking more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, fuck this white bitch.
That's him. That's him. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I should drink a coffee. I'm not gonna go to sleep at this point, because if I do at 3:30 in the morning, I will sleep right past. And then it's like I'm gonna stay up till 5:30. My mother's gonna go there, and then I'm gonna be like up till she's done with surgery, another 4 or 5 hours. It's gonna be a long one today, regardless of what happens. It's gonna be a long one for me today. Leafy. Oh my God. I'm in love with your Tommy. Tommy this, Tommy this, Tommy this, and Tommy that. Listen closely to this, all right? Because I do this song. This is one of the first live song parodies in the entire community, and I can prove it right now. Listen to what people say in the background when this song is playing, and listen to like what a couple of people say about like, did you just record that, or like did you just do that live, or is that recorded? Listen. This was historic, believe it or not. I'm trying, you guys know I never pat myself on the back, come on. But this was a little historic, this song right here.
I often wondered if King was Kane.
It was a little historic.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's always on my mind.
I absolutely love toes. I absolutely love toes.
It's Kane.
Biscayne.
Cerebral palsy.
Hey Ken and chat. I have anxiety somewhat mild. I was wondering what are good ways to cope with anxiety and overthinking?
Oh, man. I know, man. My sister has anxieties and overthinking, and it's very hard to cope with that shit, man. It's not easy, brother. Not an easy thing. So, first thing you got to do is, and some of this might sound corny, all right? But the first thing you got to do is, you got to look at the big picture. That's the first fucking thing. Because when you're looking at, like, the narrow picture, and what I mean is, like, the monthly picture, the monthly of, like, oh, what's the next 10 months of my life going to be like? Oh, the next 4 months of my life going to be like? You got to look at the big picture, because all good and bad things come to an end, right? So, I never lost my parents yet, right? I could lose one today, but I never lost one, right? But I see my friends and other people that I know that have lost loved ones like that close to them. I've lost plenty of loved ones, but not my parents. But I've seen other people that have lost their parents and shit. So, like, I see how they've coped with shit and how they've come out of it years later. And they'll always have that loss and that pain, but they survive through it, You got to look at the big picture.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's always on my mind.
You will survive. We all will survive, bad and good. Bad and good ends. Doesn't last. The bad or the good doesn't last.
I hate TikTok because of Tommy. I might have thought it was cool if Tommy wasn't on it.
Yeah, the TikTok with Tommy's ruined TikTok. Literally. He's ruined fucking TikTok. Okay? He's ruined it. Because every word that he says is off. It's never on key. It's always like, it's always like far behind where it's supposed to be. And I know he's trying, like, it's like, all right, I get it. You're trying to do TikToks. But see, Tommy's not doing TikToks for fun. He's doing TikToks to hopefully get something that'll go viral. That's why he's doing those. It's not to do it because we love it and it's so much fun. Ken, we just love it, me and my gay friend. No, it's trying to get something to go viral here, man. You know, when I dance around with the fucking green suit, it's not because I'm having fun doing it. It's because I'm trying to get something to go viral. So, there's a big difference between doing something you're enjoying, having fun with, and you love, as opposed to doing something that you want to make money, or you want to fucking go viral, or you're doing it because of, like, you know, something, you know, some other reason, I guess. So Tommy, you know, you could tell, like, he's not putting it in for the love. It's just for the fucking, you know, hey, let's do something where you walk between my legs and I dance like a fucking idiot. Maybe it'll go viral. That's the hopes. It's not, hey, man, let's have a great time and make a funny TikTok. It's not that. Trust me. So anyway, I said I don't pat myself on the back much, right? But this song is a little historic because it is one of, not saying it's the first, but it's one of the first live song parodies done in the community. And you could hear it in the background. Listen.
Yeah, look at my baby cock. Look at it, yeah, watch it flex. Yeah, look at it. Listen to me, cock. Look at my baby arm. Look at my baby arm. You look at my baby arm.
This is from Scott. I know we've been through a lot, bro, but when it matters and it's serious, we are all here for each other. It will be okay, bro. All my prayers and love to your mom. Now make me the announcer on your show.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You know that.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's always on my mind. Oh, I want to fuck me up some cops. They caught me. King, it's Kane. King, it's Kane. It's Kane. Cerebral palsy.
It's strange because things like taking a shower calm my anxiety.
Yeah.
And fucking the shit out of Deba helps as well.
I love you, sicko. You know, taking a nice shower sometimes, you know, it relieves some of the stress. And then fucking Debe's mouth.
You wear that hat, that fucking hat, yeah. Oh, baby, when you come and meet me in Orlando, Florida, we gonna get it on Tommy. Tommy this and Tommy that, yeah. I'm in love with your Tommy. Tommy this and Tommy that. Tommy's got a dick so fat. Love with your Tommy. Put it on me, will you put it on me? Put it on me. Tommy like this, I like this and like that. King fucking stalker, man, you know where it's at.
Come on.
I'm in love with your big body. I want you to put a pantyhose hat on me. I'm in love with you, Tommy.
You know, I fucked this up, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Everybody just... Oh, no. Oh, no. What are you even doing up, dude?
I woke up and happened to tune into your show.
Yeah, and I'm hitting you off with your TikToks, bro. I had to, man. I mean, like, you and your friend should have just got a room and fucked each other. I mean, you guys are so gay.
What?
I swear to God, you're so... Because it really was, like, gayish, bro. It was. It really was, dude. He's going in between your legs and shit. Like, come on.
First of all, I didn't even know he was gonna do that. Like I was like just doing the TikTok and he just did that and I didn't expect him to do that, okay?
Tommy, I don't want to shit on you, but it's
another thing that was false, what you said is I don't love doing what I'm doing. I'm just doing it to go viral.
You know it. No, come on, Tommy. Come on, bro. Come on, be honest.
Like,
be honest.
I only do it because of my fans. If I didn't have any fans, I wouldn't do it, okay? But I do it for my fans, okay?
What,
like
TikToks?
TikToks, YouTube, all social media, I do it because of my fans.
Tommy, who comes to you and tells you they love your TikToks?
Lots of people.
Really?
Oh, a bunch of people come to me and say, Tommy, we love your TikToks. They're awesome.
All right, I didn't know that. You made it sound like, to me the other day, that... Wait, hold on one second, hold on. Broken Lion.
Tommy is starting to ruin Joker for me, the character and the movie. He overdoes it.
That's something that's what Tommy does. When he gets on something that he likes or that he likes doing, I guess, all right, so maybe you are doing something you like and I'm wrong. Because what I was just going to say was when you do something you like to do it a lot. and you do it a lot. So maybe I'm wrong about that. But it just looks like to me, like, because you do the same dance, you're doing that dance that you do in the green suit, like that thing, and it just seems like you're doing it just to like, oh, hopefully we'll go viral with this. You know what I mean?
Different. No one's doing that on TikTok, okay?
No, I didn't say you're copying anybody. I didn't say you're copying anyone.
Oh, it's always on my mind.
I don't think you're copying anybody.
Fuck me up some cops. They caught me.
Just sit back, relax, and let me.
It's about to speak.
Hey you fat retarded faggot, fuck you and your racist cracker ass family tree. Fuck your barber too, may he rest in hell.
Oh
burger
my, come
boy.
on, man, that's so fucked up, dude.
Fucking accuser!
Oh my god.
You motherfucking accuser!
Jesus Christ, I mean, it's so brutal sometimes. Holy fuck. Well, listen, Tommy, I don't want to talk shit about you, but it just seemed like, and it also did seem a little gayish with that guy. That guy's got a big bulge coming out of his drawers.
By the way,
He looks like he's wearing.
Is not homeless.
He looks like he's wearing a fucking like a leotard. He's wearing like a fucking 90s workout leotard with his bulge fucking coming out the bottom of his pants, and it just looked gay a little bit. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But it's just.
Well, first of all, Lucas is not homeless, and he has a job.
Who said he was homeless?
Oh, tons of people on Twitter. People like, you know.
Oh, people think he's well, because they think like you're trying to help out another homeless dude. You know what I mean?
He's not homeless. He has a job, and you know he's a normal member of society. Like he's a chill dude. Like he has a lot of high energy, but you know he's a chill dude. You know.
How
like
old is he? Do you know how old he is?
No, I don't know how old he is.
No.
I don't really focus on people's ages. I just hang out with them.
I love you, man. I really don't focus on, and then I said the whole thing about how like you'll just call me and like the other day you were like, hey Ken, how you doing? I'm having a good day. How are you? And I'm just like, Tommy, I'm in goddamn quarantine. And you're like, out gallivanting with your friends, having a great time. And I'm like, dude, we're in quarantine here. Like, I can't just go out and hang out with people and shit. I don't think you got that. Like, you didn't get that. Like, you thought it was like fucking, like everything's fine again. I know that you live in an area that's not affected, so you're really not affected by it. But you do realize hanging out with these people and going to houses, you went to Ashley's house, you went and did this, you went and did that. Like, doing all that stuff, you could get that virus. You could get it by doing that shit. That's why they're telling people to stay home. You know that, right? You're not really supposed to be hanging out with people.
I wear a mask. I wear a mask wherever I go, so I don't have to worry about that.
I know.
I wash my hands every 5 seconds, like they say.
I know, but they're telling people to quarantine, bro. And you're telling me, hey, I wore a mask. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. But people are supposed to be like, staying a certain distance away from each other, and like this guy's going in and out of your legs and shit. Like it's like Tommy's just, hey, yeah, whatever, we'll wear a mask, but we can rub up against each other.
He didn't rub up against me. Like,
he went between your fucking legs, dude. Come on. He went between your fucking thong, bro. He made you put a thong on, dude.
No, he didn't.
Nah, I know. Hold on one second, Tommy. I love Toes is coming through. And I did give you some props, Tommy, because you
age
hold on.
Does not matter to Tommy.
No.
That needs to be clipped. LOL.
Yeah, that does. I did give you some credit because you do legitimately like pray and hope people are doing good and things like that. So like I know you're not like one of those people who are like, oh, I pray for you, or I hope everything's all right and they could give two shits type of person. I don't think you like that, but so I did give you some credit. But when I saw those TikToks today, I just was like, oh god, this guy with his fucking TikToks. Like, Jesus Christ. I know. I give you a lot of fucking shit. I know.
Well, Lucas said he had a lot of fun today doing those TikToks. I was trying to convince him.
He looked like he had fun, bro. He was like all up in your shit, dude. He was like, he was working out with you. It looked like he was, it looked like you guys were like a workout team for a minute. One of those
Oh, you mean you talk about the one with we were dancing to the Matt Hardy theme song?
Yeah, dude.
I got a bounty on me though. I got a bounty on me though. I got a bounty on me though.
Fucking champion.
This is sponsored by Dorito.
Unarmed black man, you white cunt. I ain't getting no more white cunt. My white cunt.
When it comes to the female body, ugh, yuck.
Tommy, it's past your bedtime.
Flommy.
I won a gold medal with a freaking broken neck. A freaking broken neck. And here's my song.
Let's go back in time, Tommy. 2017.
In my eyes, there was this freaking woman. She was gorgeous and so clean. She was black. She was sitting at the bar right next to freaking me. So I said to her, would you come up to my hotel room and have some sex with me? Cause 9 months later, a baby popped out, and it looked a little like me. Half black, son, freaking come inside your mom's vaginal stream. Half black, son, freaking come inside your mom.
Tommy, remember that? Half black son?
No, I don't. Nope, sorry, Ken. Forgot the last 4 years.
I mean, you do a lot of parody songs, so
That's one of the best ones of all time, God damn it. It's Half Black Son. You know who Half Black Son is? Who has a half black son in the WWE?
Well, it's not his son.
And
but
won a
it's
goddamn
WWE.
fucking gold medal with a broken freaking neck.
Well, it wasn't his son, but WWE just wrote it as his son.
And Kane is not the Undertaker's brother, I know. Bullfrog, I can't put you on, man. Don't you know that? You belong somewhere else, brother. And I can't do that out of respect. You know what I mean? We're going to have to wait on that, brother. We have to wait on that. Tommy, what do you think of that situation? Bullfrog's trying to call in to this show. You think I should put him on, or what do you think I should do?
Leave him off. Like, first of all, piss off, Bullfrog. I don't even like you, and plus I'm, just.
What does that have to do with it that
like,
you don't like him, though? I don't get that part. What does that have to do with it?
I think he's a hack.
Oh, god damn! A full-blown hack.
He's a twit, and he can piss off.
Wow, you really don't like him, huh? What? You guys had like arguments or something?
That's always the verses. Who's the better one? Who's the better one? Who's better?
Who's better at what?
I don't know. Like, it's weird.
Who's better at podcasting? Is that what you
guess? He tried calling me the other day to put me on his show, and I answered, and I was like, "Who's this?" He's like, "It's Bullfrog," and I'm like, "Nope," and I hung up on him. Keep the change.
No, thank you. Thank you.
The Port with Tom Hanks, that's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Ugh, yuck. I don't like to see it. I do like the male genitalia. When it comes to the female body, ugh, yuck.
Tommy, how do you say these things that people said to me? How?
No, what people do is they take what I say and they edit it, and that's what they fucking do.
You telling me somebody edited that?
Everybody that takes clips like that and adds them, you're all gonna burn in hell. You know that,
everyone burn in hell. Remember that song?
I hope you know that. Every one of you do the shit like that and dub things and do shit against me are all gonna burn in hell.
Tommy, that song was in a Pee Wee Herman movie. You're gonna burn in hell. Let's go back in time, folks. Don't you see no evil? Don't you hear no evil?
You know, I often wondered if King was King. Well, oh, shit. Oh, it's on my mind. Oh, I want to fuck you. You caught me. King is King.
Are you watching that one TikTok of I recorded the television?
Wait, hold on 1
Who
second.
is better at being autistic is the real competition.
Oh, who's better? Oh my God! Oh shit! Wait, hold on.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ!
So he's on my mind. Oh, I want to fuck me up some cops. They caught me.
King, it's Kane. Broken Lion, what's up, brother?
It's Kane.
I gotta play that for you, man.
Cerebral palsy.
The broken one.
For once I agree with the great Tommy NC 2010. Keep him off the show enough with bullfuck. And can send me that half black sun
Oh,
song.
shit.
I need that as my alarm.
They agreed with
low.
you, Tommy. You need that as your alarm, Tommy. They agree with you. Broken Lion agreed with you. The Leaning Tower of
Italian faggots?
a slice of. The Leaning Tower of Italian faggots. Evil, don't you? You're gonna burn it. Twisted Sister, See No Evil, Tommy. Do you remember it?
Kind of, yeah.
Tommy, why are you still up at fucking 4 in the morning?
I don't know. I just woke up and I heard your show.
Tommy, dance for me. Take like your clothes off slowly. He fucking falls asleep.
Tommy NC is a fat waste of life. He's a piece of fucking shit that can't sleep late at night, cause he stays up because he's a fucking cunt.
What?
Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck you.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
What?
I'm just kidding. This one's for you, Tommy. No, this is not.
Ain't no evil, don't you?
I feel like punching the fucking wall right now. I want to get a drum set so bad, man. I told Shannon yesterday, like, I am dying to play the drums. It's been so long, man.
Well, I'm gonna do what Joe does and get an electric guitar set, an electric drum set.
Those shits are expensive, dude. You know how much you have to pay for one of those?
How much?
Oh, dude, it's like, I think it's like over $1,000. And if you want like a really good one, it's, you know, it's a lot of money. But that would be cool. I wish I could have like an electronic one. That would be fucking awesome. Then nobody would hear shit. All you'd hear is just like, this is literally what you'd hear. You know? Because all you'd hear is the tapping. Like your mom's ass.
Ha ha ha.
Tap that ass.
Hey, Ken, I'm gonna call it a night. Call it a night. Call it a night. I'm gonna call it a night.
Fucking homo. I love you. I'm just kidding. The great Tommy NC, folks. He once stood as a pillar in this community, and he's now just a pill. You know? Now, let me get a drink real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, folks, I'll be right back. Less than a minute. I'm just going to get a drink. You know what? In the chat, give me a 1 if you want to see Bullfrog on the show, and give me a 2 if you don't want to see him on the show. I've been staying away from him. He's called in, and he's calling in again. I've stayed away for a while because, you know, it's just what's right is right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to go and play games like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm not going to go and play games like that. That's someone else's thing, someone else's thing. I'm not going to fucking jump on dick like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing that. That's just definitely not happening.
Goddamn Segway, son of a bitch. Oh, shit. Goddamn Segway, son of a Segway. Piece of fucking Segway. Ganane.
Put a 1 if you want to see him. Put a 2 if you don't.
Tommy, be more creative with your camera. Film the next episode of Bum Fights exclusively in your shower since you like filming dirty naked men. Your 2 fathers will approve.
Tommy will be throwing crack into the pool in cellophane, and he'll have like 12 crackheads, 12 crackhead bums in the back of his house, and he'll be like, today on the show, we're going to have bobbing for crackheads in my pool. So, oh look, someone won. You're the winner.
Fucking champion.
You're the fucking
champion.
Yeah. Drew, what's up?
A woman went nuts.
A woman has nuts. All right, I'll be right back. I see a lot of 2s out there, dude. And just 1. I literally, all right, there's a couple of 1s, all right. So some people do want to hear it. Listen, I ain't got a problem with Bullfrog. I spoke to him the other day on a show. I mean, yesterday on a show. He was on, what was it, Minnesota's show or one of the shows. I don't have a problem with the guy. I never did. I don't have any problem with him whatsoever. I really don't know him that much. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is. I'll be right back. I'm just going to get a drink, and I'll be right back. I'm not going nowhere yet.
The Leaning Tower of
Italian faggots.
That was great. True. All right, I'll be right back.
goddamn segue. You know, I often wondered if King was Kane. And Kane was, oh shit.
I love
oh,
toes.
It's always on my mind. Oh, I wanna fuck me up some cops.
I love toes.
It's Kane. It's Kane. It's Kane.
I like Bullfrog for comedy and cringe purposes. And as we saw last week, he is very easy to troll. Other than that, he can jump off a bridge and no one would care.
Oh, man. I love All Souls. You know what I mean? Oh, Debbie. Oh, Debbie. Oh, Debbie. Deb. Oh, you better watch, Debbie. You better watch what you do. Don't get carried away, Debbie. Girl, I can do better. Oh, baby. Yeah, go. But just remember, baby, your pussy is hard to find. Your pussy smells like wine. You got a pussy, baby, and it smells like wine. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Sometimes singing and doing song parodies and just being a dick relieves the stress. You know what I mean? SC Steve, why are you so hurt to see me be friends with someone? Let us just be SC Steve. I can sit here and make fun of you all night, but really it's a waste of my time. All right, let's talk about something. Let's talk about JB, folks. Let's get this beefed up now. Let's get this all beefed up. What do you guys say? Let's touch on the JB topic. So I heard JB's remarks about, oh, fuck it, man. I don't give a fuck what those guys do. They could do a fucking reunion show. I don't really give a fuck. And you know what? I give it 2 weeks and Joe and Ken will be making videos on each other. Now, I'm not pissed what he said. I'm not even pissed. I'm just like, dude, listen. The last time when we all three of us were working with Joe, when me and you were working with Joe, me and JB left and they did that whole sail away thing, right? I didn't say a word about it, man. I didn't get involved. I didn't say anything bad or good about it, right? And I totally backed him up 100% in whatever he wanted to do, whether leave or go or come or whatever, right? Then when he came back, I didn't sit there and say, oh, I give it 2 weeks and these guys will be fucking, you know, blah, 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 this and that, right? So it's like, why even do that, right? And I was getting a little like, what the fuck has he got to even say that for? And Shannon was hearing that clip, and I was at the table with her eating lunch, and she looked at me and she was like, yeah, but Ken, you got to understand, he's probably like getting bombarded with like shit thrown into his face. And you know how the shit stirrers are with that shit. And I'm like, you know what? You're right about that. Like, you got to understand, he's probably... So that's why his reaction was like, I don't give a fuck. Do the show. It's probably going to last 2 weeks anyway. You know, it's like, I get it. He's probably got SC dickhead up his ass over there because SC dickface goes wherever, you know, wherever anybody's got a problem with Cronin or something like that, right? So, of course, he's over there laying out his bullshit. And he's probably got, like, you know, handful of other people fucking throwing some stupid shit at him and trying to, you know, pour gasoline on you know, a match and trying to light a fire. So obviously, like, you know, he's dealing with shit like that. So, and he sounded like he was like really pissed off and agitated, like really bad, you know? I mean, he really fucking sounded like he was really agitated. So obviously it's annoying him, whatever is going on and whoever's saying anything, because I know I'm not saying anything. You know, and I haven't really, I don't think I've heard Joe say anything in the last week or so. I could be wrong. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. So I'm thinking it's got to be like these fucking troll assholes like SC Steve who have a problem with everything. You know what I mean? And trust me, if JB became cool with Joe again, talking terms, even on just talking terms and hashing shit out where they're cool with each other, that would be an issue for SC Steve. So he basically goes wherever, he fits into, right? So, eventually he's going to wear his welcome out everywhere. That'll happen. That's just about here now, where he's just a total fucking outcast, And that's his own doing, man. You know what I mean? Because he could have fun just like the next person can, but he just takes things too far. He's got a personal vendetta. It's like, what's the problem? Okay, I know not everybody gives a fuck or cares or even wants to see me, Cronin, and Filthy come together for even just one show, right? They don't really give a fuck, right? I get that. Some people care, some people don't, right? I get it. But like for somebody to react like he does, just for people, now mind you, up until now, right? Up until now, in the last year, me and Cronin have only done one thing together. That was him coming on to the show 2 Saturdays ago. But you'll get people who will say things like, oh, Ken needs the money, or, he's a sellout piece of shit, or, he's doing it for the money. He's doing it for the, like, are you, like, what are you kidding me? So I had Joe come on my show 2 weeks ago for an hour and a half. It was for money. Like, no, it's not for money. I could use money just like the next person. Obviously, I don't own my own home. So yeah, I could use money. Yeah, I get that. But that's not why I did it. And honestly, I don't have to work with anybody. I don't need to be on anybody's show. I'm not chasing clout. I'm not trying to get on somebody's shit to fucking put myself out there and to make subs and to fucking make money on it. And I think everybody knows me long enough here. That's been watching long enough. I think the people that have been around long enough know what the deal is to where I don't even need to explain myself. But I'm going to anyway for the people who don't know, right? I don't need to do a show with Joe. I don't need to do anything. If Joe said right now, like he said tonight at one point, I'm not doing a show, I don't want to do it, that's fine. I don't need to do a show. Like we talk to each other because we want to hash out the beef and let it go and move forward. Now, whether that means working together or being cool with each other or just being cordial with each other, that's in the future, right? We don't know what it is yet. But right now, it started out with hey, let's squash the beef. Yeah, we got to bring up some things that we have some questions on some things. We questioned each other. We said what we had to say. And we basically squashed the beef. So that's all it's been up until now. But if you read certain things here and there, it's not a lot of people, it's maybe 2 or 3. Oh, he's a sellout, he did it for money, he did it for this, he did it for that. It's like, really? I just became cool with a person that I was really cool with for a while, did a ton of shit with for a really long time, and now it's that? You know what I mean? That's what I'm not trying to get involved in, is something that's like, fake and bullshit. So when Joe tonight was getting badgered and he was having a problem in his chat and getting fucking pissed off, he got pissed off and made a comment about like, all right, Saturday's off, I'm not doing shit. And that's fine, man. I don't, listen, either way, I'm cool with the guy. I don't really have a problem with him at all. I'm good to go. I let shit that happened in the past go. I hope he can, I hope everybody else can, and move forward. And like I said, whether that means working or not, it bears nothing. That bears nothing on the squashing the beef. The future is the future. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the fucking future is. I don't even know if I'll definitely be there Saturday. If my mother is not right, I won't be anywhere. You know what I mean? If my mother's good and this is going to happen, I'll be there, and so will Filthy. But like, I don't need it dangled in front of me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need it like, I'm on, it's off, it's on, it's off type of thing. Like, I don't need that shit. Like, either we do it or we don't. You know what I mean? Like, let's not beat around the bush because you're afraid to eat the tush. You know what I mean? So, let's shit or get off the pot. You know that expression? Shit or get off the pot? Yeah. It's a great impression. Now, I understand he was joking. He wasn't really joking at one point. I mean, let's be honest. He wasn't really joking. He was serious. He was getting pissed off. He was getting worked up. I understand because I've been in that situation. Listen, I'm obviously on a much smaller scale than what he deals with, right? Okay? I probably deal with a quarter of what he deals with, right? So, but I do get him being pissed off and being like, oh, fuck all of this. I get it. I get that. But dude, you know, and I know he knows this, but you can go ask anybody out there. I don't reach out to subscribers and people. I don't reach out to, like, you know, people that I see in the chats. Like, if people reach out to me and get in a conversation with me and I enjoy speaking with them, I'll talk to fucking anybody. But I don't go out of my way and look for fucking people, you know, to talk to that are in the chat for the first time or, you know, popped up on the donation screen for the first time. Like, that's not my fucking angle. I'm sure there would have been a ton of shit out there, right? With my shit all over it. You know what I mean? Like, with me all over it, saying, hey, you know, come over and check out my show. And check out my show. My show's pretty funny, too. Maybe you might want to start donating to us. Because my show's funny. Anybody who knows me knows I'm not like that. I don't fucking beg to do anything. I will never beg anybody to do anything. If somebody doesn't want me around, let me put it to you this way. When I was a kid, I didn't have many friends at all, right? Because I was a wise-ass punk when I was a kid. I was really not a good kid, right? So I didn't have a lot of friends. Wow. Shocking, right? But I didn't have a lot of friends. So when I did get friends, I put a lot into that. Like, I really enjoyed being around my friends that I had, like when I finally got some friends. And I once was so close to this kid that I played hockey with, right, that I sucked his cock. No, I'm just kidding. That we got really close, and he was like considered to, like, he was my really one of like 3 friends, but he was considered to be my best friend. I'm like 11 or 12 years old at this time, right? And one night, we used to hang out every Saturday night and shit, right? And one Saturday night, he basically didn't call me, and I called him like 700 times, and this is before the days of cell phones, obviously, so you gotta like call the house, and the mother's like, hello, and you're like, hi, is I forgot the guy's name anyway, but is Glenn there? And it's like, you've called 10 times, Kenny, he's still sleeping. But anyway, this guy's still sleeping for fucking 4 days, right? Never calls me back. Basically never called me back again. I don't know why. And I practically begged this guy. I went to his house, and I practically begged him to be my friend, right? And then, like, looking back at it years later, when I finally did have a lot of friends, because by the time I hit like 15, 16, and I actually smoked marijuana for the first time, it actually, like, changed who I was and the makeup of who I was. I went from, like, being this hyper, like, just wise-ass hyper fucking weirdo to being really calm and being, like, really laid back and, like, enjoying things in life and knowing that I didn't have to be a poser and I didn't have to fucking pretend to be somebody different than what I was, and like all these different thoughts and things opened up for me in my life at that point. Now, I don't want to sit here and tell you it was all marijuana, but it has a lot to do with it, man. All right, and it leveled me as a teenager. And after that, I had a lot of friends. But looking back at when I was like 11, 12 years old and I was begging this kid to hang out with me, I fucking felt like such a bitch fucking cunt. Like such a fucking, like, look at you, you pussy, fat pussy fuck. Begging someone to hang out with you, begging someone to be your friend. The fuck happened to you? Like, who are you? Who is that? That's not you. So I never did it again in my life. And I have a problem with begging people for anything. Even when I want something really, really bad, I won't beg for it. It's just not me. You know what I mean? It's just not in my makeup, and I feel like a bitch fuck when I do it. And I would never beg anybody to be on anybody's show or anything like that. So when you hear any references like that or anything like that, I don't beg fucking nobody. That's first off. All right? I only go where I'm wanted. I would never want to show up somewhere where I'm not wanted. You know that feeling when you show up somewhere and you're not wanted? That's a shitty fucking feeling, okay? It's one of the fucking freaking worst freaking feelings you could ever have in your life, is to go somewhere where you're not wanted. You know? So that's the last thing I would want to do in my life, is to go somewhere where I'm not wanted, physically or verbally. You guys catch my drift out there? I'm not a fucking beggar. But let me on the show, Joe. Please let me on. I really want to get back on the show. I'm dying, really, Joe. Please let me back on the show. I want to go back, I'll monetize this and win the championship belt about 5 or 6 more fucking times. I'm the people's champ. Put the belt around my fat fucking waist. It don't fit. Fuck. Please, 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 please put me on your show. Put me on your show, Joe, 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 Joe. Joe, please, please just put me on your show. Joe, my God. Oh my God, I'm gonna monetize this. Oh yeah. Please, 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 please put me on your show. Joe. Please. Night. But yeah, listen. Everything works out with my mother in a couple of hours. We'll be good for Saturday night. As long as Joe lets me and Filthy come on, we're scheduled to be there. We're going to be there if he lets us on. If not, I'm not going to soak and fucking start a war over it. I'll just continue to do my own thing. Like I've been doing. And it's funny because I think like sometimes, you know, some people think like I'm out there playing games and talking to people, multiple people, and talking to this one about Joe, and talking to Joe about this guy, and talking about this guy, that guy, and talking to JB about Joe, talking to Joe about JB, and doing. I have done none of that because I am in such an easy position right now to be called a shit stirrer and to stir the pot and to really just fuck with people, and I refuse to fall into it, and I refuse to be a part of anything like that. I refuse it. I fucking refuse it. Not happening this time around. I've been down this road too many times to fucking... I see it a mile away. Just like I knew for some reason the guy Nicky Nines was going to come at me. I knew eventually he was. Because I played it cool with Mars. I respect Mars. I never went at him. I never talked shit about him. You know what I mean? He's never really done that to me. We've had minor situations pop up. Nothing bad. We've always handled our shit, right? But the thing is, I knew and I had a fucking inkling that something like that was going to go down with this dude, which I never had a problem with. But apparently he thought like I was sending messages to Scott McKinnon and to like YR of his screenshots of his Twitter, when in reality I sent a screenshot to Dave Rose having to do with me and SC Steve talking shit back and forth to each other on Twitter. And Nicky Nines was in there because he made a comment underneath it. So that's the only reason why his shit was connected to anything I sent anywhere. And it's like, so instead of like calling me out on a show or going on a live stream and talking shit or hitting me up personally or going to Mars and talking to him about it, this guy goes right on Twitter and puts a post from 4 years ago with my number on it and a couple of numbers blacked out, like as like, hey, you want to fucking send out a screen? He called me a spy. You want to spy on me? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop a bomb on you right away. Like, who goes right from, like, it's the first situation with me and this guy Nicky, right? It's the first situation. Like, don't you think that's a little premature cum there, bro? You know what I mean? Like, he might have a problem fucking coming in his pants before he puts the dick in the woman. I honestly, he might. He's pre-cummed a couple of times now. You know? But listen, it's all good, man. Nicky, I can get down just like anybody else, bro. You know what I mean? And I think me and you, I think we can mix it up very well. And I think you'll see that I can flow. I can go with it. I can do it. I can go. You know what I mean? I can go for hours. You know what I mean? Which I'm sure he can too. But it's, you know, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? So it's like, it is what it is, man. You know? Put my number out there, blacked out a couple of numbers. All right, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna stress over it. I got bigger and better things to worry about. You know, I had words with him. It wasn't on air. I thought that we were on air. I thought that when I was speaking to Mars, we were live on somewhere or being recorded. So I you know, went a little over the top on purpose because I thought we were on air and that whole thing. but we weren't. So me and this guy Nicky were yelling at each other, and it was just me, him, and Mars. But that's fine. Who the fuck is this? Is this a mongoloid? Is this a mungo?
Yeah.
Do we have a mungo in here?
Yeah.
Hello, who is in here with us? Is it a...
It's a squat knob.
It's a squat knob in here? No, it's not. It's Minnesota Vikings scumbag. And he's not saying a word, so that's great. Minnesota Flickenflirten.
Where is that, brother?
Holy shit. You all right?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know. You sound really loud.
I sound loud?
Yeah, you do. You sound very loud. You sound loud.
I'm screaming, man. I'm screaming.
Man. But anyway, what's going on, man? Why are you calling in? What's up? You got something to say? You want to throw something in there? What? What's the deal?
Oh, I just think that YR is a piece of shit.
YR now you got problems with? Why?
He's just a piece of trash.
Well, listen, YR
you heard that shit tonight.
He was talking good at... I didn't hear a lot. Listen, I missed a lot. So I missed a lot. I didn't hear everything tonight. I got to say that honestly. And listen, I'll be the first person to tell you right now. I heard the remarks JB said too about don't let anybody lie. They all listen to everything. I've already admitted that. All right. For those of you who have been paying attention, I've already admitted that I watch mostly everything I can in this community. There's only a certain amount of things that I can't watch. All right. And I can tell you what they are. But I don't want to diss anybody out. There's a certain things that I can't watch. That just doesn't interest me enough to watch. All right, but for the most part, I watch everything in the community, yes. And I do get clips, though. That's the truth. So when I sit there and I say, hey, I got a clip of this, or I got a clip of that, sometimes when I don't watch something, I get a clip of it, and then I watch the entire thing. Sometimes I watch it on my own without a clip, and then I get clips. And I'm like, yeah, I already heard that. So, like, I'm working on both fronts here. I listen to shit, of course, and I enjoy it. Okay? Like, I enjoyed listening to Dr. Earl talk about rock and roll for a couple of hours. I enjoyed that. I really did enjoy that.
Well, yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Dr. Earl actually has some knowledge on music.
And so does YR. He does. He's got some skills on that, too. He does. He does, man. He does. Not as much as Dr. Earl.
Dr. Earl carries that.
He does.
Because of his
he
knowledge.
does. There's no doubt about it. But my point is, I enjoy things around the community. I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem listening to shit, and I don't have a problem admitting that I listen to shit. So, whatever. I do listen to stuff.
Well, and the one thing too, I was gonna say though too. I think maybe JB just wants to be part of Saturday night.
Listen, if JB wanted to be part of Saturday night, he could be very easily. So if that's not, I don't think that's the issue. If he wanted to be part of it, he could be part of it. 1, 2, 3, very easily.
I think deep down inside he wants to.
Listen, dude, how could he? If he wanted to deep down inside, he'd be there. He'd be
Maybe
there.
He will be.
No, dude, he's not going to be there. We would know already. We would know.
Maybe
already.
it'll be a surprise.
I don't know, but this is a surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, a guy who hasn't called here in a long, long time. But he is an avid supporter of us, man, him and his wife. The one and only. He is, man. He buys he bought a shit ton of our, I mean, I didn't make any money on that shit, but that doesn't matter to me. He bought a shit ton of the Teespring stuff with the logos and everything, a bunch of foul mouth shit. The one and only Pro V, folks. Pro V.
What's up, Kenny? Yeah, man. All the reason I'm calling in is because Vikings fan is here.
Yo, what up, Miss Amphetamine? What up, man?
I was just saying that to my wife, Ken. I was like, now watch, when I call in, it's going to think because Vikings is on there because I'm calling.
I know. We know.
Why do you think that?
It's just the way it is.
It's just because usually when he's on, I'm on for some strange weird.
It is, yeah. It is weird. It is.
Hey, wait,
weird.
listen to this for a second. Listen, I want to show this for you.
So about that.
Fuck him in the living room. All right. Anyway, Minnesota, why do you think Pro V follows you around to fight with you on live streams?
It's just weird. It's like
he does think that, dude.
It comes from a guy who only does like a live stream once a month.
Yeah, dude, that's because he works, bro, and he has a
all of a
life.
sudden-
The guy's got a life. What do you want him to do? Because he can't live stream every fucking day? Fucking want him to do?
He's a serious part timer.
Honestly, Ken, that shouldn't be an excuse because a lot of people come out here have full-time jobs and kids and stuff. And
Yeah, come on, Minnesota. What the fuck, dude?
Hey, Pro V, I'm sorry you don't measure up to the stick like I do.
What
know.
stick?
Hey, he's coming up on his 100th. He's coming up on his 100th episode, bro. Come on, man.
I'm out there streaming every single week.
He's out there grinding, bro. Grinding. He's out there grinding, bro. Straight up grinding.
Mad props to Ken and Vikings for streaming every week, man, or twice a week. You know. Hell yeah.
Hey,
bro,
you know, listen.
A lot more than once a month.
I get in where I can fit in, bro. You know.
Dude, I love the Football Network. I always support you guys. I got a hoodie and like four shirts.
Dude, you always have, man. You always have, like, you know, bought our shit. I mean, listen, you don't, like, when I was talking the other day and you're like, oh, I got to start listening to more shows. And I'm like, dude, you don't have to listen to shit. Like, I appreciate just like, hey, I like your show, a kind word about it, or a retweet. Like, that's fucking, nobody has to listen to shit. Like, if you're busy in your life, and it's like, oh, I haven't listened to your show for a long time, Ken. I'm sorry, man. I'll listen to the, next couple episodes. I've had people like say that to me, and I'm like, dude, like, I would never get mad for somebody having a life and not listening to my shit. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm just saying in general, it's like, I would never get mad for somebody not being, around. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's got lives, dude. Everybody's got shit going on and things they're doing, and it's like
everybody's fucking quarantined.
Dude, listen to me, dude. There's people that I have not spoken to in a long time that have been, on the show. That it's okay. When I speak to them at some point down the line, then so be it. And, it's like, okay, it's all good. There's no hate because I haven't heard from you, or you're on somebody else's shit for a couple of months and I don't hear from the person. There's no hate. I'm not going to hate on
that.
But
my mind doesn't even go there, Ken. Like most people, my mind doesn't even go there. It's all love, bro.
No, I know.
You already know that shit.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. I know. And, listen, it's like, I don't know, man. I'm fucking, I got this shit going on in a couple of hours. And I'm like,
bro.
I just want to be able to drink and unwind and have a good fucking time Friday. But we'll see what happens, man.
What you said earlier about that dude making Tommy put on a thong, you were like, he made you put on a thong.
Dude, that shit was
dying, dude. I swear to God, I was dead.
Aru, what up, baby?
Aru shot and shit.
Oh, fuck. You don't got no TikToks over there, Vikings?
No.
Ticket to talk.
Prayers
what up,
to your
Aru?
mom, Ken. Much love, brother.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, Aru. Thank you, man. Oh, Tommy, man. This is what Tommy just sent me. 402. Fucking nasty fucking mullet-looking fuck you. You nasty fucker.
Is it worth a check out, Ken? I'm going to be honest. Should I check out his TikToks?
Yo, honestly, didn't it look like Tommy was like going to fuck that dude? Like, honestly. Right? Come on,
I
dude.
haven't seen it, dude.
Oh, dude, all right. These TikToks, it just reminds me of like, two guys that like are gay, but they won't admit it to each other, and like they fool around with each other, and they're doing like little, cutesy things with each other, and then
it's very homoerotic, dude. Remember he had like another dude up there. What's his name? Cringe Lord or something?
Yeah, the cringe guy. That you're right, because he was a
a
little.
lot of
Yeah, you're right. He had that little sexual thing going on with him too. You're right, a little bit.
Very much so, dude.
But
I noticed
listen,
that
I don't
shit.
think I don't.
Tommy's a fucking
No, listen.
gay.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think Tommy's gay at all. All right, I really don't, because I've heard him. I've heard
I don't
him.
know what to think, dude.
Well, listen, I've heard Tommy be like, "Oh my god, like, oh my god, look at the woman, look at that woman, she's gorgeous. Like, oh my god, what I would do to her."
Right.
So, like, I've heard him, say these things. So I know he's not, 100%
Right.
gay. I know he likes women.
I don't know. Trisha Paytas is kind of manly looking, Ken.
Dude, you know how many guys want to fuck Trisha Paytas? I know you might not. I know you might not want to, but there are a lot of dudes out there that want to.
Yeah,
there are.
I've always forgot to ask Tommy if he ever seen the video where she's fucking squirting like a hose.
Of course he's seen it.
You know he's beat off to that like 20 times in one day.
Come on.
Bro, Ken, I think the thing with
Tommy doesn't fake it.
Tommy wants pussy, he just doesn't know how to get it. You know?
Yeah, I would agree a little bit on that. Like he said like things like that he's tried.
Remember that one chick he had over and he told her he smelled like tuna, she smelled like tuna fish, and like he's trying to you could tell he's trying really hard. You can tell he's trying really hard, but
sometimes he fucks up, Yeah, sometimes he fucks up, man. I know. I'm trying to answer numbers that are calling in on the regular call number thingy, but it's not letting me answer any numbers, so I don't know what to fucking do with it. I do have to get another drink, man. My throat is like fucking so dry.
You got some coffee going or what?
Nah, I stopped drinking coffee. It's fucking 4:30. I mean, maybe I should drink some coffee because there's like no sense in me falling asleep at this point,
Well, you should try and get some sleep.
Yeah, maybe later today,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's probably past that point right now, though.
Right.
And now I'm getting a fucking toothache, too, on top of everything. Isn't that nice? Get a nice toothache.
Always something.
Yep. Always is, man. Always is.
So, Ken, let me ask you. You guys are actually, like, secluded. Like, actually, you can't even go outside or else you'll get, like, cited by the cops or something?
No.
Like,
we're allowed outside. We can go outside and shit, but it's like you can't go in any stores unless you have, a mask on, number one. And in New York, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're used to it because you live in Vegas. In New York, it's like everything is always open 24/7, right? And it's really weird in New York to see anything that's closed at this point. But there's places that close at certain times now that never did before, and it's like really weird, and it really is inconvenient as a New Yorker,
like the
man.
Twilight Zone, huh?
Yeah, and it is. It's like the fucking Twilight Zone, man. It literally is.
Bro, you know what? Because over here, and they opened a few nail salons and smoke shops, not dispensaries, but actually, like mom and pop smoke shops and stuff.
Yeah.
So they actually, I understand that New York is like almost like ground zero for all the epidemic in the United States, but over here, they just this past Monday opened up a few things.
Yeah, no, I know Vegas has been fucked too, man.
Yeah, dude. Man. Yeah, just now.
It's weird. It's like after fucking 10 o'clock, it's like a fucking ghost town.
Very weird, dude.
Mean?
Yeah, man.
Because Vegas, 24-hour town, like you said, Ken, and the casinos to be closed. I've lived here my whole life, dude. I've never seen the casinos closed, dude. It's strange. Some casinos have like plywood over the entranceways.
Dude, I saw that, man.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
They're boarded up.
Yeah,
dude. And that tells you it's going to be that way for a while.
Yeah,
you
dude.
know?
This shit, like my daughter was asking me and said, Daddy, how much longer do you think? This couple of more weeks? And I was like, no, man. Like, honestly, they just pushed back. Shannon told me about something today that they moved to the 17th of June. So I'm like, no, it's not going to be for a while. And they're pissed, my kids, man. I'm standing up right now to get a drink. You guys talk for a second. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, I was just going to say, dude, like, it's one thing to see it on paper and read it, but when you actually go outside and see, like, the places boarded up, it, like, sets in. It's kind of frightening, dude. Like, how's it in Minnesota, dude?
Well, I mean, it ain't like shit's boarded up, but, like I said, fucking after 10 o'clock, dude, it's a ghost town.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There ain't nobody out walking. There's hardly no fucking cars.
Right, dude. What's the population of your town? How big is your town you live in? Like the population stuff.
It's big enough, but honestly though, like we're right next to Minneapolis, and we're not that. We're a few hundred miles away from Minneapolis or whatever, and fucking that's like the big part where the most of the cases are at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're like
that's frightening, dude. That's terrifying,
you
bro.
you know how each state has a hot spot, right? Has a city or whatever with a hot spot.
Right.
Well, that's Minneapolis. You know what I'm saying? It would be
far away.
It would be like if you would have just like closed down fucking Minneapolis, you know? Minnesota wouldn't be all fucked up at all, honestly. That's what's fucked up about it. It's just like a lot of them too. You took one city, right? And you kind of locked that city down. You would have killed the majority of the fucking cases from spreading.
Right, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
True. Well, that's the thing.
If you would have took like, let's say like Chicago, right?
Right.
And you would have fucking gotten rid of a lot of cases there.
And whose fault? Whose fault do you think it is that didn't happen?
Fuck! I kind of blame the governors of the states.
Well, like they knew about it in China. They didn't want to tell us, dude.
But I think like the governor of the state should have maybe acted sooner. You know, fuck what Trump thought. Fuck what Trump thought.
Tommy,
you know what I'm saying?
No, Tommy, why are you sending me messages on my fucking on my iPad for? The fuck is he doing? My phone it's on airplane mode, dickhead. That's why I put Bullfrog was calling and I had to like call in to do that. I had to call in my own shit because it kept ringing. That's why.
Well, but what I was saying, Ken, was like, if you would have locked down like the big major cities in each state where the hot spots were at, shit would have been a lot better already right now. You know what I'm saying? Like for Minnesota, if you would have took Minneapolis and you would have sealed it up, right?
Yeah, that's what they're saying, man. They're saying that about a lot of places.
If you would have went and did that, dude, and you would have took all the different hot spots in each state and figured it out, and you would have really locked them down hard, a lot of this would have been a lot easier.
Well, man, look what Trump did as soon as this shit started, bro. He had people fucking, you know, like he shut the borders down to China. He stopped all the interaction with China and shit coming in and out and all that with China.
He took a lot of heat for that too. Yeah. They were saying he was calling him a racist and shit.
Yeah.
But honestly,
it's Foulmouth's Network on Skype. Foulmouth's Network on Skype.
I was gonna say too, but the biggest problem is that China fucking paid the fucking World Health Organization to do their shit. You know what I'm saying? You know that, right, Ken?
Dude, all I know is that there is a lot of fucking corrupt shit that went on during this whole entire epidemic, and Dave Rose talks a lot about it. Hits on a lot of shit, man. A lot of shit
around the whole thing.
Lucky
right?
Lucky Lowe has researched a lot of it. He knows a lot about it too. You know, I've done minor research on it, like probably just as much as anybody else, maybe a little bit more because Shannon's a nurse, and there was a couple of times where Shannon had to go into COVID houses. And I I wasn't too happy about that, and I kind of didn't want her doing that. But you know, it's her job. It's a fucking job. So you know, she had to do it. So it's just I don't know what to believe anymore, man. I don't know if it's man-made or it's not, or it's I don't fucking know anymore, dude. I believe that like something's not right, and something went down.
The one that kills you, I think it's been man-made, genetically modified.
Let me ask you guys. Well, you believe that, yeah?
Dude, the scary thing about it is not knowing what it is and then what to believe from your government, dude, because it's actually killing people. That's a fact.
Well, but there's two. I think there's two strands of it. And there's one that's fucking, it doesn't kill you, but the other one fucking does kill you. But the one that does kill you, there's not that much of it out there.
Can I ask you guys about this real quick? Look on your screen.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Can't see.
A legend. Died yesterday. Jerry Stiller.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jerry
Ben
Stiller.
dead.
Ben Stiller's father. Dead. Jerry Stiller. Dead.
He was pretty fucking funny.
Gerald
actually.
Isaac Stiller was an American comedian, actor, and author.
See, they changed that shit already, bro. I mean, they change it as soon as somebody dies, bro. It's fucked. As soon as somebody dies, they change that shit, bro. And they make it say this. Listen. Who is Jerry Stiller?
According to Wikipedia, Gerald Isaac Stiller was an American comedian, actor,
Because if you look up somebody who's alive, they will say right away is.
Right.
So like watch. Who is Pat LaFontaine? I don't know why I asked that.
Here's a summary from Wikipedia. Patrick Michael LaFontaine is an American former ice hockey center in the National Hockey League.
See, you could tell they're talking about him as if he's alive, right?
Yeah.
So they literally changed that shit. Like, I'm not even joking. If somebody passes away and you find out the news like right away, go and Google that person. I guarantee you, within the first hour of their death, you will see that they change it from, to past tense.
To was.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Like it's sort of priority, right?
Yeah,
like
dude. It's fucking weird, man. You know that there's some dude sitting there going, I gotta update that right now on Google. Right away. Gotta get right on that. Ben Stiller just died.
Let me put my spectacles on and start typing.
Do you guys realize that they still do death pools?
Oh, what?
I want to get back into the death pools, man. We used to have all those names for the death pools, and a couple of people
Yeah,
a couple of people actually nailed a couple of names on our death pools and got it right. So I was thinking we should do another death pool, and what we'll do is we'll have a draft where you can draft. Listen, you can draft all kinds of celebrities, right? And listen, the first round draft picks are obviously people who are young. So like if you have somebody like a Brad Pitt, right? Odds are you're thinking, oh, Brad Pitt's not going to die. He's a young, healthy guy, right? If that guy died out of nowhere, you would get so many points. So basically you get more points for the younger they are, for the more craziest that they've passed away. You know what I mean? It's so like somebody, if you had Heath Ledger, you would have made a ton of points or a ton of money doing this. You know what I mean? Because you had somebody so young that nobody thought would die. So
I'd tell you what, one guy I'd pick is fucking Erotic Joe right now.
Erotic Joe, he called him. He called him Exotic Joe. Exotic, erotic, and exertive. He's exertive. You know who's going to die? I'd pick that fucker. I'd pick that fucker. Erotic Joe.
What's he worth?
You fucking bitch, Erotic Joe. Man, they call me Erotic Joe in jail, you fucking bitch. Fucking. They've been calling me, ever since I got here, they changed my name. It's no longer Exotic. They call me Erotic Joe now because I suck and fuck all the black people's cocks. They told me that I must. Hey, thank God I was gay going into this shit.
Yeah.
Fucking learned.
He's sucking all kinds of dick.
I learned how to suck so much cock in the last 3 months. Fucking bitch.
Man, that dude was fucking sheeps and cows. Did you know that?
Yeah, dude, I heard. I mean, a lot of them put their dicks in cows, bro, and fucking like little. Dude, when I saw that little Chinese dude fucking a chicken, I was so fucking just. I was like, what the
that shit
fuck,
was
dude?
Nuts, bro. That shit's fucked with my head, bro.
I just turned my phone back off from airplane mode, and I see, Scott, that you said that you were trying to call in, dude. I didn't get any calls on foul mounts from you, bro, on the regular thing. I'm just letting you know I didn't get any calls on foul mounts, but my phone was on airplane mode. Anyway, yeah, dude,
Ken,
that guy.
You know what? Oh, go ahead.
No, good. He's not getting out of jail, dude.
You know what two people on my death pool would be? YNW Melly and 6ix9ine.
You see, and you know what? There's like major points for guys like listen, there's an actual point system online that you can look up that gives you like points for like a younger person if you pick them and they died, and then there's points for like people who for like people who have like that are in really good health, like, you know, athletes that are in really good health that you wouldn't think, you know, would die or anything like that. And look, here we're talking about death and all that shit. And my mother's going in for surgery, and it's like, I want to do a death pool. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with me, man? What the fuck is wrong with me,
Fucking morbid
man?
as hell,
It
bro.
is morbid. What a fucking idiot I am, man. I'm a fucking asshole, man. I really am. I'm a fucking
Gotta
asshole.
deal with it somehow, bro.
Fucking pathetic.
So, one thing I'm wondering,
Yeah.
who of the actual fucking celebrities did die from Corona?
Well, they
So
said
far.
that what's his name died the other day from Corona. That guy
Siegfried and Roy?
yeah, he died from Corona.
Yeah?
Yeah, he definitely
For
did.
sure?
Yeah, he for sure. They didn't like. I was trying to see if they like. Oh, did they just mark it down as that? Is it one of those
Yeah.
situations? But no, he really legit died from like. Obviously, he had a pre-existing, you know, thing going on, and he died from COVID. 100%.
He was in pretty bad shape anyway.
Yeah, that guy was fucked up, dude. That guy
Bro,
got fucked up.
Ken, those dudes were my neighbors from like 2012 to 2014.
Yeah, dude, they owned Vegas, bro. Those guys, they owned Vegas, man.
Yeah,
they were
Yeah,
the
dude,
they were the
Siegfried-
toast of the town at one point, bro. Like, you know,
Dude, they made like 20 million every year, bro. They made
Yeah,
like bank, dude. Super bank.
they did, dude. They did,
Yeah.
man.
You're true.
And
He
now
was a chill dude. I talked to Siegfried. He's pretty chill, bro.
somebody's rich now. I'll tell you that. Who got his money?
Oh man.
You know, you got some Roy money. You got some Siegfried
Roy-
and Roy money. No,
Roy got the money, didn't he?
no, Roy died, dude. What's wrong with you?
Or Siegfried got it then.
Yeah, but Siegfried and Roy, they don't split. Like, they don't like the one guy gets money, the other guy, you know, gets money too. It's not like they don't share their money. Like, they're not a gay couple or anything. You know, like, I'm sure his money.
I thought they were. I thought they were a gay
dude,
couple.
they're not a gay couple.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
dickhead.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
I thought they were.
No,
yeah.
you really thought they were? They're not a gay couple, bro. What's wrong with you?
Ken.
Yo,
Yeah.
They are. They are.
they are not a gay couple, bro.
Pretty sure they are.
I'm telling you.
Ain't they like Ben and Tel?
I don't think they
Stiller or
ever
whatever?
fucked, bro. I don't think they ever fucked like Ben Stiller and his father. I'm sorry. That was fucked.
No, Ben and Tel. What about Ben,
Ben
and
and
Teller?
Teller. Oh my God, dude. Hey, is that your name or is that what you do? Ben and Teller. Ben and Teller. Ben and Teller.
Weren't both of them two fucking groups guys gay?
What the fuck
swear
did
they
you
were.
just say? Did you just say, weren't two of those group the guys gay? I didn't
Weren't
get that.
both of them, weren't all four of them clowns gay?
No, dude. Penn and Teller are straight.
Oh, dude, they're a gay couple.
Dude, Penn and Teller are not gay. Fucking Penn.
They're like Siegfried and Roy.
Hey,
Penn
Loki
Gillette.
Viking sounds convinced, bro.
Isn't that his name, Penn Gillette?
They're all gay magicians. or
Yo, listen to
whatever.
me. Isn't that his name, Penn Gillette, or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, I don't, dude. I thought he was married to like some Hollywood actress, bro. I don't think he's gay.
I'm pretty sure they're both gay too.
I don't think so, man.
You got the nude
Yeah.
pic on Vikings? Got 'em?
Siegfried and Roy are both gay, right?
I mean, listen. Do they seem gay? Yeah, they do, but I don't think they were
Yeah.
technically. You know what I mean? I don't
Well,
think they were.
okay, well, you know, Rod Stewart wasn't gay, but they had to go pump his stomach full of cum out of the hospital one time.
Dude, I used to hear that about what's his name, Axl Rose, all the time. Like people used to say that about Axl Rose.
Yeah,
that they had to pump.
I don't know about Axel, but that was true with Rod Stewart.
Yeah,
Rod
they used to say
Stewart
Marilyn
had
Manson tried to suck his own dick, and that wasn't true.
No, Marilyn Manson's a freak.
Metal Manson.
Marilyn Manson's a freak. He got good music though.
Metal Manson. Metal Manson. Metal Manson. Madeline Manson. Madeline Manson. Madeline Manson. Imagine you talk like this. Madeline Manson. Madeline Manson.
That's how Vikings talks regular.
Hi, my name is Minnesota Vikings fan. My name is Minnesota Vikings fan. Minnesota Vikings fan. I got to tell you, Minnesota Vikings fan, your cousin, not Minnesota Silver Roll, so Minnesota Silver Slow-Y Roll, not him, but your other cousin,
Redneck,
Mr.
The great and legendary Redneck,
the great Redneck, who either has a fucked up Skype or a fucked up microphone or a fucked up brain. I don't know which one it is. I'm trying to figure out which one it is out of those three.
He can.
Yeah.
What if it's all three?
I felt bad because he was like, I'm just trying to have some fun and hang out. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't say anything to him. He just hit me up out of the blue. And he was like, I'm just trying to hang out and have some fun, man. And I was like, dude.
He did that to me today too, bro.
I was like, dude, I didn't say anything to you about anything. Like, why are you telling me that? Like, and I was like, dude, like, maybe it's your microphone or it's Skype, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I just think a lot of it is his damn shitty connection.
Yeah, but sometimes he does, like, just talk right the fuck over you. Like, you'll be talking.
Well, that too.
You know who does that?
It's a combination of things.
Listen, Dr. Earl does that too sometimes. Not much, but once in a while, you'll be talking and Dr. Earl will come right in on you, like, just right over you. You know what I mean? We all do. We all do it from time to time because of Skype, I think mostly.
Yeah.
But like your cousin, I don't know if it's his setup or whatever it is, but Jesus fuck, man, he's got to like get that shit fucking fixed because like, oh my God, you couldn't hear him.
Ken, you got to realize too, okay, he doesn't really have a lot of professionalism because he's still, learning on the fly.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but listen.
So hey,
learning schmurning, okay? Listen, you don't have to learn to let people fucking hear you or not talk over people. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Needs help. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he was doing it. I don't think he was doing it on purpose.
He needs a little help.
I don't think he was doing it on purpose, but it was like he's got to check his shit out, though. He does. We got Casey is raw.
Touch my fucking gerbil man. Take my left.
Casey is raw.
My gerbil.
What pro violence, motherfucker?
Ken, is there a price for letting Tommy shit on your chest and leave the shit there for an hour?
Oh my God, yeah, there's a price for that. Without a doubt, 100% there's a price for that. You give me $1,000 and I would let Tommy shit right on my chest.
Oh.
Why would you ask me that, man? Come on, man. Why?
It is, dude.
Do you really want to see Tommy shit on my chest? Like, really?
Oh.
You really want to see Tommy shit on my chest, bro?
Oh my God.
Come on, man. Like, really?
That's disgusting.
Sick individuals.
Yeah. I'll do it.
Oh, you do it.
Fuck it.
I would do it, though. I would do it, man. I would do it, though, man. I'd have to do it.
You know what?
Bro.
Not to change the subject, but it was kind of nice watching the UFC Saturday.
Yo, listen to me. I got to say this, okay? I don't mind the UFC with no crowd, bro. It was just as exciting to me, the UFC, without the crowd. It was just as exciting. Like, I don't need to hear the crowd roar for a UFC fight because just watching the fight itself, there's so much going on that you could get locked into that and really enjoy it like I did on that pay-per-view. I really enjoyed all those fights, especially the fights that came on ESPN before the pay-per-view. Those fights were fucking awesome. They locked you in. You stayed glued to the TV, all right? You didn't need a crowd. In my eyes, you don't need a crowd for UFC. Now, WWE, wrestling and shit like that, you need a crowd soon. That shit is bad. I tried to watch it Monday night. That shit was horrible. That shit was horrible, man. It was bad. It was fucking bad. And that needs a crowd. You need to hear the fan reaction and all that shit. That needs it. You know, baseball, you don't need a crowd for baseball. Yeah, maybe in the playoffs, you might need a crowd. But right now, regular season, you don't need a crowd for the playoffs. I mean, for the regular season. So baseball, they could start without a crowd and put them in there when it's like, playoff time or whatever, or before that at some point.
They're talking about starting the NBA season like in 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, and hockey too, man. That's another thing. You don't need a crowd for hockey. If you're watching it at home, hockey is so entertaining, you don't need a crowd. I mean, don't get me wrong. It would be nice to hear the crowd, roar after a great goal or a great check.
Rally the team.
Or something like that. Don't get me wrong, it would. But in UFC, that shit don't matter. Those guys who are fighting each other are not listening to hear whether the crowd is reacting to what they're doing or not. They're beating the fuck out of somebody. They're going full force. They're not thinking or hearing the crowd. They're probably not even hearing the crowd, those guys.
You know what was crazy too though about the UFC? Was that the motherfucking guy at the weigh-ins had the corona?
Yeah, he did. He almost got everybody sick, dude. That weighed in that night, bro. Yeah, it's crazy shit.
Yeah, they had him wearing a mask and shit and gloves and all that.
Yeah,
and that motherfucker was positive. Now, what if he was incubation fucking phase?
I know, dude. Yo, you know what they do with my mother? Listen to this, all right? My mother's going in for the operation, so obviously they have to test her for COVID, right? They can't let anybody into the hospital without being tested for COVID, right? So yesterday, my father, which was, yesterday or whatever, today, really, but today, my father said, I have to take your mother to the place to get tested for COVID and also some other shit that she had to get tested for and some prep, like surgery pre-thing or something. So long story short, she went there and she got tested for the COVID shit, right? So she came home and now she's going to surgery in not even a half hour. She's going to be leaving. She's going to be leaving in 5 minutes to go to the hospital. She'll probably be in the hospital by 5:30. So she basically, man, what the fuck was I even saying?
Don't touch the gerbil.
Jesus, hold
on.
on.
The fucked up thing about it is you can't even be family and be at the hospital for support. You can't even go inside.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do
They're
that.
saying how she had to get tested before.
Yeah, she has to be dropped the fuck off.
Surgery.
She has to be dropped the fuck off in the parking lot. My mother. She has to be dropped off in the parking lot.
Oh my god.
Ken, are you shocked that I would ask you that? I was more shocked how low the price is.
It's all good, man. I'm not shocked. I think what was my moral to the story again? That I was just saying. Do you guys know what the fuck I was talking about?
It started with the UFC COVID guy, and then your mom testing.
All right, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna listen real quick. Hold on, man. What the fuck was I even? Hold on. I knew it was something.
What was crazy too though about the UFC?
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
The motherfucking guy at the weigh-ins had the corona.
Yeah, he did. And he almost got everybody sick, dude. That weighed in that night, bro. Yeah, it's crazy shit.
Yeah, they had him wearing a mask and shit and gloves and all that.
Yeah,
and that motherfucker was positive. Now, what if he was incubation fucking phase?
I know, dude. Yo, you know what they do with my mother? Listen to this, all right? All right, so my mother's going in for the operation, so that's what they did. All right, so they tested her for COVID, right? Because she can't go in for the operation unless she doesn't have COVID. She's going to a hospital where it's only for heart people. It's only for heart patients. There's no COVID cases going in there. There's no nothing like that going in there, right? So obviously they can't put somebody in there with COVID, right? So they gave her the test yesterday morning for COVID, right? When I went and saw my mother last night, I said, this is really weird. Didn't they just test you today for COVID? And she said, yeah. And I said, how are they allowing you to go and be operated on if they don't have your test results back yet? Now, right. I was under the assumption that the tests that are out, there's no way that they can get back the results within 24 hours yet. I thought that wasn't possible. I thought that there's nothing out there that you can take that would give you results back in less than a day. I thought that was people knew that. Like, okay, the testing is not that great. They don't have anything that can test you same day, like hours apart. But apparently they do, because they can't just let my mother go in there without having a result from the COVID test.
Yeah, they've already must have the results.
So what I'm saying is, so they really can test people that fucking fast and know if they're sick or not?
Yeah,
that's crazy, dude.
Right? So that proves it to me that they can take a test just hours. They can tell if you have COVID just hours later after they take the test. So, like, I don't understand why it's so backed up and why people are waiting so long to get tested and why it's taking so long to get the results. My friend waited literally a week and a half, 3 weeks ago to get his results back.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck is up with that?
I don't know. And I was under the assumption that there was just no test kit out there that would test that quick, that it would come back the same day.
Right.
So,
like what would be the point of her taking a test if the results don't come back for 10 days and her surgery's tomorrow? Like, that wouldn't make sense.
you know, so obviously they have tests that, unless they just said, all right, well, you know, we'll let it go either way. Let's hope she doesn't have it. But I doubt they did that. So obviously they can test and have the testing kits that would work in less than a day. So if anybody tells you anything different, it's bullshit. They're lying. Because you can get results in less than a day, because my mother did. They would not let her into this heart hospital.
The media can. That's the fucked up part, I think.
That's what I'm saying. So many things are like so fucked up, man. These people are like, there's so many twists like and curves to this shit that's going on. It's like really weird shit, man.
Well, that's part of the whole thing, man. Confusion by too much information.
Yeah. Say, Scott, I wasn't ignoring you, bro. Honest to God, you didn't call in the foul mounts, bro. So I'm not getting any beef with you. I didn't see you call. You called my personal Skype and my phone was on airplane mode, so I couldn't put you on anyway, even if you called my regular Skype and I got through to you. So, but I appreciate you sending me that tonight, the money. But more importantly, I appreciate you saying the kind words for my mom. I really do appreciate that, because you know, I'll take any kind words I can get and any hope that I can get that she'll be all right. And you know, her doctor is a really good doctor. Her heart doctor is really good, and he told us, like, you know, she definitely has her heart is only 35% working. So that's a scary thing right there. And they told us whenever you go into any kind of heart thing, when it's like that little of your heart working, that there's a good chance of anything happening. And at one point they told us, all right, your mother can't get this yet because of COVID. When it first happened, she was supposed to get like this done, and she couldn't get it because obviously the COVID shit. And they literally, the heart doctor called my mother and told her on the phone, because I think he was liably, like he had to say this as a doctor. And he told my mother basically, hey, you can die at any moment. Your heart can give out at any moment. That's how weak your heart is right now. Any moment it can go out on you. And when he told my mother that, you know, my mother was like, and then I said to my mother how I calmed it down. I was like, anyone could have their heart just pop on them and die. It doesn't have to be you or an older woman or a senior citizen, or anybody's heart can just pop out and they're done.
That's
a split
true.
second. So I was trying to calm my mother down in the sense of like, don't worry, you'll be all right. Like, you know, anybody could have a heart attack and die. Don't listen to what the doctors say. Sometimes the doctors have to be just straight up blunt with you, man, because they have to. You know, it's
their job.
Yeah, well, not only their job, but they're liable. Like, and they're responsible for what you're thinking. And like, you know, if they don't warn you with the correct warning and the correct shit and tell you what's really going to happen and what could really happen, and you're like, yo, why didn't you tell me about this? You know what I mean? Then it's like, they have to tell you. So they're always going to tell you the worst case scenario type thing, you know, to let you know it's a possibility. So like, that's what her doctor did for today. You know, he let us know that, yo, it's a possibility. Like, this does not work right for your mother because she has a lot of damage to her heart. You know,
that's sort of the one thing that's fucking amazing about me. With 2 heart attacks, you would think that I would have some kind of heart damage, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't. When they do you know what an EKG is, right?
Yeah. That's when you snort coke off of a glass top table, right?
Yeah, close enough. But every time they do the EKGs, they come back perfect because there's no damage to my heart. So doing that test doesn't help them at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But amazingly, if with two
you're
heart
lucky.
attacks,
You're lucky, dude.
I know.
You're one of the lucky ones.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, without a doubt. Your heart should be all types of fucked up. You know, you took 2 heart attacks like that, young age, all that shit, man. It's just a shame. It's just a shame it didn't do like the damage that it was supposed to do to you. You know what I mean? And I'm just fucking around. Come on, you know I love you. Come on.
Hey, bro, I gotta say this real quick, man.
What?
Scott, I just saw your Skype messages, dude. Apparently, I'm blocked now. Scott blocked me.
Oh, why?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see his messages or add
I
him
hope
to
he's
the
not
thing.
mad at
Bro,
me too
Scott,
now. Like it's like, what? Don't be mad at me too, man. You called my backup Skype on my phone that was locked. Like, I appreciate.
And it's not my show, Scott. I can't just add you, bro. And I just saw your messages, man. I just saw your messages.
Like, come on, man. I'm not fighting with anybody, man. Whatever.
I just had to address that, Ken, because I just saw his messages. I'm not trying to,
No,
stir nothing.
that's why.
Is he calling the right Skype now or not?
No, nobody's calling me, bro. Nobody's been calling me on Skype.
Oh.
Nothing. He never called this Skype that I have you guys on. He didn't call this Skype. He called
Foulmouth Network.
He didn't call that Skype. He called my regular Foulmouth Ken Skype.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I did too, bro. I called that one first and you didn't answer, so I called this one.
Why? You got to call the Foulmouth Network.
Yeah, some people make the mistake. I don't know. He made that mistake once before, Scott. He called up my my backup shit.
Pro was making the same mistake too. Why?
Who was?
Dude.
Why?
Who
I don't
did?
get it.
Who did?
I didn't do that shit. Man, I just called the right. Well, yeah.
You said you were calling the other one too.
Well, yeah, at first, but then I realized right away, oh, he's not answering. I'll call the other one.
You know, honestly, I shouldn't have 2 Skypes. I don't know why I do.
Well,
and it kind of makes things, I guess some people they don't know which one to call. I guess I don't know.
I saw that both of them were active, dude. That's why I called your personal one.
Yeah, I had it originally. I called up when Bullfrog called. Right? When I went to take a break, he kept calling, so it kept ringing and ringing. So I had to call up my Skype to stop the ring from happening. So I called on my phone, and then once Minnesota called in, I took it off and I put my phone on airplane mode at that point because I kept getting messages from fucking Tommy. And so I didn't see that he called my regular, my personal Skype.
Right.
But whatever. I mean, whatever.
I've
been, but listen, it's whatever because I've been sitting here for how long now? He didn't call on this one that I know of. So he donated to me, said some nice, kind words. I don't even care about the money. I just care about the nice words, and I do appreciate that. And I'm not dogging you out. I'm not putting you on for fighting wise. I didn't think like, oh God, Scott's calling me. I better not put him on. He's gonna get into a fight with someone. That's not what's going on, bro. At all. So I'm not fighting with you over shit like that. I mean, I heard what happened with Joe tonight and him, and it's like, man, this is like, come on, when are we ever gonna get over this shit? When are we ever gonna just like let it go, man? Like I know, not for nothing.
Messages, buddy, dude. I was just having a good time with my homie over here.
Yeah, dude.
You fucking did it now, Pro.
Whatever. I don't really.
I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Messages, buddy. I'll talk to you later on Skype, Scott. Don't worry, Bubby.
I didn't get no messages.
I did. He said he blocked me, but it's all good, bro. I'll talk to him later.
He blocked you? Uh-oh.
He said he blocked me, but sorry, buddy. I didn't see your messages, dude. It is what it is.
Oh man.
Half Black Sun. That hit Half Black Sun you were playing earlier.
Wax on.
You know, too, tonight.
You know, like that was from, dude.
Tonight, the fucking internet or whatever got, or YouTube or something got hacked.
Casey,
dude.
what up, baby? Yeah, I heard about that, man. That's crazy shit.
Don't touch my fucking
Gerbil man, left hand. My left hand pussy.
Don't touch my gerbil man, my
Gerbil man.
Back on the street, bitch. Toast that salad with a
Motherfucking salad with a shallot. With some shallots.
That's a
Let me get a
badass.
motherfucker what I'm after. I approach you like a fat ass. When I fix you like a fat ass, suck you like a fat ass. Fucking Leo.
I'm sorry to hear about your mom, Ken.
Thank
Much
you.
love to your mom and you, bro.
Thank you, Bubby. Thank you very much. And also shout out to everybody who has said that tonight. Thank you guys. I do appreciate it. And you know what? It really matters, man, that you guys said all that shit. Because I'm definitely going to... I feel better about it. Thank God I came on. Like, I feel better. I feel all right. Like, I'm still like... I feel like a deer in headlights, to be honest. But, I thank you guys for fucking coming on and hanging out.
They probably won't even let you go in the hospital neither.
They're not gonna let us, man. They just
No.
They just want us to drop my mother off, man. That's what fucking really sucks about it. Can't
That's
even go in there.
bullshit.
Can't even go in there to like comfort the woman. Like, stupid, man. But I understand it's for a reason. What am I gonna do? It's like,
Does she got Skype?
yeah, she has Skype and shit on her phone. Yeah.
You could Skype her, maybe.
Yeah, but it's the type of thing that she's gonna be, like as soon as she goes in there, it's gonna be like they're gonna get busy on her because she's one of the first people in today, I think. So like she's one of the first operations.
Oh
today.
yeah.
Because that's why they made it go in this early is because she's one of like I think the first operation of the day. So we'll see how it goes, man.
They probably do it around 9 o'clock.
I know SC Steve's probably wishing death on my mother and shit, and that's all right, dude.
Yeah, fuck it, Steve, dude.
It's all right. It's all right, man. It's all good. You know what? You don't know her. You don't know my mother. You don't know her. So like, whatever you say, man. I don't really care.
He's a piece of shit.
But yeah,
He's just unhappy with life.
he really is a miserable person, man. It's just like a shame, dude. It really is because like there was one time where Shannon was like, "Listen to this, okay?" So one day he pissed me off like really bad, and I wanted to go after him so bad, like I was ready to live stream. And Shannon turned to me and she was like, I said something like, "This evil cocksucker," and look what he did here and what he said, blah blah blah. And Shannon was like, "Yeah, but look at the way he's laughing when people were saying shit back to him." So I stopped and I looked. I was like, why is she saying that? So I looked, and he was laughing his ass off at like the shit that people were saying back to him. And then Shannon was like, don't you get it? Like, he loves this shit. Like, he absolutely loves it and doesn't even care if you're saying anything back to him. He just loves being involved in it and hearing it and getting the feedback and the reaction and the trolling. And when she said that to me, it made a lot of fucking sense. Kind of like what she said to me about JB. Like he's frustrated probably of hearing all these things. So he doesn't mean it personally to you, Ken, by saying, "Oh, I give them 2 fucking weeks." He's just frustrated. So it was like kind of the same fucking thing. You know what I mean? I think that there was a part of him that enjoys trolling and then being trolled back and then mixing it up and laughing. And even if a person's going at him hard and like saying all kinds of shit, like for instance, he gets a little pissed when you talk about his family, right? So obviously there's areas that you can go to that would piss him the fuck off, right? But with that said, he also could dish it out and take it at one point, right? But now it's turned into something different. It's not like that anymore. Now it's like, yo, you have a serious hatred in your blood and in your body, and you really fucking hate certain people, and you can't let it go. Like, he was questioning Cronin on that show tonight, right? And he said to him, why do you do this to Tommy? And why do you say this to Tommy? And tell people that you got Tommy subs and tell da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, dude, what do you mean why? Like, what do you mean why? And then Joe's explaining himself, which he didn't have to. And he knows he doesn't have to explain himself to fucking that dick. But he was explaining himself, and I chimed in, and I'm like, dude, like, please don't explain yourself to this guy, man. Like, who the fuck is he that you got to explain yourself to this dude? Like, he's calling you out for bullshit. It wasn't even legit shit when he had his opportunity to talk to Joe right in front of his face, There's Cronin, the guy he's been talking about for like 4 or 5 years now that he hates with a passion. There's the guy right in front of you. And when he says to you, what's your problem with me? The best thing you can come up with is, why do you do that stuff to Tommy? After 4 or 5 years of hating somebody, think about that. 4 or 5 years of hating somebody, and your best thing that you can come up with of why you hate that person is, why do you do that to Tommy? Like a fucking muppet, like a muppet. He says it, and it's like, dude, like, yeah, it was funny at one point. Yeah, it was playful at one point. Yeah, things did get crazy, and people said some fucked up things. Myself, SC Steve, my cousin, a lot of us said some crazy shit. But it's like, when does it come to the point where you're like, yo, you got a fucking issue? You hate that dude so much that you're on somebody else's live stream 3 weeks later, and the first words out of your mouth is, fuck Cronin, or fuck Ken, and fuck the sellout, and fuck that sellout on a fucking rock and roll show. It's like you're that obsessed that you got to mention us on a rock and roll show.
Very obsessed.
Yeah, dude. It's and then you try to walk around like you're some kind of man or something. Like, you're not a man. If you're that obsessed with a person, you're a bitch. You're like what is that? Like when you're fucking sweating a girl and you just want to be with this girl so bad and have her notice you. Like, oh man, she won't notice me. She doesn't notice I'm alive. She doesn't even notice me. She's friends with all these people I don't like, and I don't want her to be friends with those people. I don't like it. Like, get over it, dude. Are you a fucking grown-ass man, or what are you?
He just needs to keep driving around in his ambulance giving dudes mouth-to-mouth.
He's a little bitch.
Listen, I said that too, man. If he's a first responder, I give him mad fucking respect, okay? But, like, I can't see that guy being a first responder and actually caring for someone's life or trying to save someone's life. I can't see him doing that.
He doesn't seem like he has humanity in him.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't seem like that. He doesn't. So it's very hard for me to picture him saving someone's life or doing something unbelievably nice for somebody. I just don't see it. Now, maybe I'm wrong because I see the YouTube SC, whatever the fucking El Nino name he is now, Mike Steve or whatever the fuck his name is. Like, I see that guy on here, and I know that guy's and that guy has let a big part of the real person of who he is come out, and he doesn't realize he did that. And it's by showing how much he hates Cronin. There's obviously a jealousy there, bro. Honestly, I gotta say it. I gotta call it for what it is, bro. I gotta call it for what it is. The only reason that man would have that much hate towards Cronin is jealousy.
Right?
And if you're jealous of another man, I feel bad for you, my friend.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel bad for you.
That is a valid point. That is a valid point.
It is, man. It is, dude. It's got to be jealousy. There's no other reason why it should be that deep and dark and hateful. Joe has done nothing to him. Nothing. And even SC Steve will admit it. Joe's never done anything to him. He just doesn't like him. And I get some people don't like some people. Some people's faces, they don't like someone's face. You know, you ever meet somebody where you're like, I don't like this guy at all. I don't even like his face.
Yeah, I feel that way about pro-violence.
I feel that way. I feel that way about Scott, but that's a whole nother story. No, I'm just kidding, Scott. I'm kidding around. But yeah, you ever just hate somebody's fucking face? Well, that's how I think, like, you know, that's how I think he looks at Joe. I think he just hates Joe. He just hates him, right? And I get that. But, like, you're hung up on it, man. You're obsessed with it. You need to let it fucking go. And you need to let people be cool with who they want to be cool with. If I'm friends with somebody, you got to not worry about who's friends with who, dude. That's a bitch move right there. Stop worrying about who's friends with who. Nobody in this community should be like, if you're friends with him, then you're not friends with me. Or if you're friends with that person, you're not friends with me. Or if you're friends with this guy, then I'm not friends with you. Nobody should be doing that shit. Let people go wherever the fuck they want. Let people hang out with whoever they want. If you're friends with them, then you should respect them enough to let them be friends with whoever the fuck they want to be friends with. As long as they do the right thing by you, you should not have an issue.
Yeah, and if they don't respect that, they're not your friend to begin with.
Exactly. So.
Oh, pro, like you got fucking room to give people advice.
What are you speaking?
Yeah, I got news for you, Minnesota. Pro, he had his little thing that. Listen, he had his little thing that he had, right? But other than that, what has he really done that's like fucking hurt anybody or done anything bad? Like, you know, like nothing.
Well,
dude. The guy got married, does his own fucking thing. He's barely on here, not because he doesn't like coming on here. It's because he's probably working his ass off and doing his own thing and has a life.
Well,
you know, you can't knock somebody.
Dude.
Can't knock somebody for that.
Other than his face looks like his ass. I don't know.
My god, dude! What the fuck?
Stop saying me like this, bro. Come on.
You're fucked up.
I couldn't help myself.
You got an ass face.
I've never doxed anyone. I never done none of that stuff, you know. So,
I
like,
did. I guess I did by mistake. I did by mistake. So I can't sit here and say I never doxed anybody. But yeah, I did by mistake once or twice.
We all got a little dirt, Ken. It's all good.
Yeah.
I did it once by mistake, and then I did it on purpose to somebody.
You doxed Ken on purpose, you bitch.
Yo, not for nothing, but listen to me, dude. Not for nothing, but for that guy Nicky to have a tweet between me and Scott from like almost 5 years ago. That's even more weirder and crazier than him even just doing what he did to me for no reason at all. That's even more weirder to me that he has that. And you know what? He's trying to act like it's some big ace in the hole, like he had something like, you know, some kind of damning, you know, information on me. Oh, it's his phone number. Yeah, dude, people put that out fucking 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Like I've had people call my number billions of times. I've had a million pranks. I've had people fucking call the cops to my house. So I've been down the road, bro. Like, you're not doing anything that nobody's done to me already, you know?
Yeah.
He thinks
like,
it's special.
and he did it, and he did it going on an assumption that I'm over there sending stuff to Scott. When the only thing in the last 3 or 4 months that I've sent to Scott has been a goddamn movie trailer, a fucking movie trailer I sent to Scott. And I'm sure Scott would admit that if he was asked. A movie trailer I sent, and then I had my number put out because I sent a movie trailer.
Well,
yeah, man, they try to create all these fake fabrications and shit.
The one thing I say about Nicky Nines is he acts like he ain't been around very long.
Oh, he knows it all, bro.
I think he's been around.
Listen,
a little longer
let me
than
put it to
he's
you this
saying.
way. Listen, Mars, he could sit there and say he's not involved and all this stuff, and he knows how I feel on it. I was honest with him and said, Mars, honestly, you could sit there and say you're not involved, but you are, because this guy is with you. You know what I mean? He's with you. He's with Mars. He's not with anybody else. He's not doing his own shit. So, of course, he's going to be affiliated and be known to be with him. So, the bottom line is...
He's going to put on his broadcast. How can he not know, you know?
All I know is I basically said to Mars, like, dude, you're saying you're not involved, and I understand that, but, like, you are involved. Because it's coming, you're the one who, like, brought him into this, like, and then you're gonna sit there and say that, if Nick, not Mars, but Nicky sat there and said, "Oh, I don't know nothing about this community, and I don't want to know anything about this community," and then blah blah blah. But obviously, you know a lot about the community, right? And or somebody's giving you all these screenshots and information, and it could be Mars, for all I know, and whatever. Mars said he wasn't involved. All right, then he's not involved.
They are working together, so...
all right, he's going to say he's not involved, and I don't hold him, responsible for what someone else does. But it's like I could be a real asshole and play tit for tat very easily. You know what I mean? Because I have Mars's number, so I could turn around and be like, you know what, Mars, now I'm going to put your shit out there. But why even be a scumbag and do that to another person now at this point? I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't give out somebody's shit regardless. You know how many addresses I know in this goddamn community? I know dude, I know millions of them by people giving them to me, and I would never break.
Real address,
dude. I would never break that fucking trust with somebody.
Yeah.
I would never put somebody's family in harm's way. I would never deliberately do that to anybody, man. Like, that is a fucked up thing to have your privacy ripped away from you. Okay, it's a fucked up thing to have your job threatened and your privacy threatened. That's a fucked up thing, man. It's not a fucking cool thing. Not at all. And that's gonna be his move every time, man. That shit's gonna get old quick. That shit's gonna get old really quick.
They caught me. King, it's
People are fucking stupid.
King, it's Kane. It's Kane.
You know what I mean? If that's gonna be your move every time now, because there's a pattern
And
now.
Ken, after saying all that to him, say, and if you're not down with that, I've got 2 words for you.
And if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. Suck it. No, but listen, that shit, like if that's going to be your move every time, Nikki, like that shit's going to get old quick because you've already shown like a pattern here now, man. Like that's like the 3rd time you've put somebody's number out there. You know what I mean? Basically the 3rd fucking time. So, I mean, I know he didn't put my full number or Scott's full number, but still, you're involved with fucking doing that shit again, doxing somebody. Like, it's, come on. Dude, like, really? And me, of all people, who haven't said a word to this guy, haven't said a word about him. There is not one person out there that can show Mars a screenshot or a fucking audio or a video of me saying anything wrong about him at all. Nothing. Not a word about him or the guy Nikki. Not one word. So, I'm the wrong person, man. You fucked with the wrong person. You know, you're sitting there thinking I'm giving all messages to Scott when that wasn't even the thing, bro. So it's like a waste of time. You blew your load. You pre-shot. You pre-came. And it's over now. You know, that's like the only shot. What are you going to do now? Go after my job, Nikki Nines? You're going to go after my job? Is that the next store? Is that the next thing? I'll get swatted again. I'll have somebody threaten my job again. Is that where we're going next with? Is that where we're going to go? Because I dealt with that shit for 2 years. I dealt with it for 2 years and dealt with it and dealt with it and dealt with prank phone calls and dealt with people threatening my life and threatening my kids and threatening this and threatening. I dealt with it. I've been down that road. And if we're going to go down that road, then like a lot of people are going to get hurt and there's going to be a lot of collateral damage. Not just me. Not just me. But people that Nikki likes and people that I like, and a whole bunch of people are going to get fucked over. Do not want it to go that way. Do not want it to go that way. But listen, I didn't do shit to deserve what happened to me today, man. And you know what? I'm a tit for tat type of motherfucker. You know, and I'm trying not to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be evil Ken. I don't want to be him. I don't want to be that guy. I want to tuck him away and I want to leave him the fuck alone. I don't want nothing to do with the evil fucking Ken. I don't want nothing to do with him. He's a piece of shit. And he'll go to the ends of the earth to fight you. I don't want nothing to do with it. So it is what it is, man. And, you know, take it from where it is now. Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens, man. You know, after today, if my mom comes out of this fine, we got a lot of shit going down this weekend, man. A lot of shit going down. Like, it's not only going to be, my show. It's not only going to be on Corrupted, but there's going to be other shit that's going to happen this weekend, too. That's going to be crazy shit. Because we all live in a fucking upside down world at this point now. And nothing makes sense anymore. So, get ready. Get ready for a fucked up weekend, folks. If you're out there, get ready for a memorable, probably one of the most memorable moments, weekends in this entire community's history. I guarantee you. Yeah. I guarantee you there'll be a fucked up fucking weekend to remember. I guarantee it.
I'll smoke to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be big, man. I promise you guys out there, it's gonna be big. If either way, a lot of shit's gonna go down this weekend. So, but anyway, it's 5:30 now, and I wanna go call my mother at 5:30. So I'm gonna get off now.
Tune in this weekend. Pro violence ties a rope around his cock and hangs himself.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, Vikings, if I see you.
Tune in this weekend to True.
Minnesota.
Jump with that rope around
Minnesota,
his cock.
you should do a show. You should do a show called the True Show.
Right? You know what? I thought about it.
Sure you
Let's do Vikings, me and you, Vikings. Me and you talking shit the whole time.
Look at pro violence. Of course he would want in on that.
Ken,
yeah.
Tell me why Vikings looks like Kane when he came out the mask on WWE.
Oh. Oh my God, dude. That looked like Tommy's friend today. Looked like Mask Jr. Nah, I'm just kidding, Tommy. I'm sorry.
Hey, Ken, I hope good luck with your mom, and I'm sending prayers, bro.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate it, man. You know, like Scott said before, when, like Scott said before, like when times like this go down, it's like, fuck the fighting and shit. We like, even if I was like my worst enemy in this fucking, like SC Steve, if he came on and said like I'm all fucked up, like I'm afraid my mother and this and that's going on, I would have feelings for him. Like I would fucking legit like forget about the hate. You know what I mean? I really would. Ah man, listen to this shit. Yeah, man.
Don't touch my fucking gerbil, man. Gerbil, man. Take my left hand. My left hand. Don't touch my gerbil, man. My gerbil. I'm back on the street, bitch. Toast that salad with a motherfucking steak with a child with
That's sad, man.
Oh, get some lobster. Let me
True.
see motherfucker what I'm after. Then a ratchet panther. Wanna see you with a passion, approach you like a pastor. And I'll pray on you.
After losing my dad and my wife, I don't want any drama in my life. Even before, but more after. I just want to get along with everyone.
Yep. Yeah, man. I feel you on that, dude. It's like there's no time. I like listen, I'll fight just like the next person will for what I believe in and what I have to fight for. You know, there's no doubt about that. And I'm not afraid of any fucking man in this world except for my father. You know, and that's the God's honest truth. And you know, it's like you lose your father, your wife, your mother, your this, your that, and it's like some people really get piled on, man, in their life. Some people really get piled on in their lives. They really get a lot of shit thrown at them. They get a lot of shit thrown at them. Some people get a really fucking unfair deal. You know?
Yeah, that's why you gotta be grateful, man. And
yeah, some people get a really shit deal and they sit there and they say, look how happy those people are. Like, and those people that are like, they're not happy or they're rich or they whatever they have, like, they might not be happy. Like, money and all that shit doesn't mean everything, man. Like, you know, happiness is a thing that's like, you can't.
It's priceless, dude.
You can't take it for granted. Like, you can't take it for like granted being happy, like, because that it's not guaranteed to anybody. And I knew people that weren't too happy in their lives, like my friend Dave, who committed suicide. Like, you know, obviously wasn't too happy in life. You know, so it's like I said before at the beginning of this show. Sometimes you got to look at the big picture, and you got to say to yourself, yeah, things might be bad now, things might be horrible, but down the road, things will get better because of the simple fact it's like the laws of gravity. It's going to happen. It's guaranteed. Things change. Bad situations end. Good situations start. Good situations end, and bad situations start. It all depends on where you are in your life and what is going on at your time and how your thing goes, how your life goes. And some of the decisions you make lead you to those situations. Some of them are out of your hands and people just die and bad things just happen and it's out of your hands. And it's all on how you handle it. And it's all on, you know,
exactly
trying to stay positive and trying to do the right thing for your family and blah, 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 and all that shit. So, you know, and losing people, it fucking hurts, man. And Casey, my heart goes out to you, bro, with what you've been through, losing your wife and everything. And like when Shannon had cancer, bro, that was like, I thought a lot about being a single father, and it scared the fuck out of me. Like, scared the fuck out of me. These two girls on my own, I would have been fucked. I would have been fucked.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine losing my wife, dude.
Oof. Yeah. So
not imagine that, bro.
Casey, so man, I don't take it for granted, Casey. I thank every day my wife is still here with me. So don't think that I'm like one of those guys who don't, you know, realize what I have. I do. You know, and I know it could be taken like that, and I hope today that God spares my mother and lets her get through this and she could heal and I could come on tomorrow night on whatever fucking show I'm on and have a good time and laugh and enjoy myself. It's all I want, you know. It's all I want. Dude. So that's it, fellas.
I feel you on that one, bro. I feel you.
Thanks for coming on,
all
Pro
right,
V
man.
and Minnesota Vikings.
All right, buddy.
And I will see you guys tonight, man. You know?
All right, man. I'm sure. Get a hold of me later, Ken, or whatever.
Yeah.
Let me know what's up.
I'll let people know on Twitter what's going on if everything went good. Like, you know, because there's been so many people that have been like, yo, man, best of luck. We're praying for you. Or, yo, just thinking about you. I hope everything goes well. So I'm going to let everybody know what's going on at some point on Twitter. So if you want an update, it'll be on there. And that's about it, man.
Either way, Ken, I'll probably end up hitting you up, bro.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
All right.
All right, man. Minnesota Vikings and Pro V. Thank you, fellas.
Later,
Eat
Ken.
a dick.
Later, dude.
Eat a dick. For
Fuck you, Vikings. Fuck you, Vikings.
Jesus, man. But yeah, thank you guys, everybody out there. I really do appreciate the well wishes and all that shit. I really do, man. It means a lot to me to hear even just a couple of words of like, you know, whatever. So you guys, I don't know why you guys are still up. Everybody out there, whoever's listening to my voice, I don't even know how many people are here right now. How many people are here right now with us? Let me see. 77. It's the year I was born. Nope, 61. Well, to you 61 people, thank you for staying here and hanging out with me. I would have stayed on later, but obviously I want to go check on my mother before she leaves, and the next couple of hours I'll be dealing with that shit. So I will update Twitter, and I will see you guys tonight at some point, and definitely tomorrow if everything goes as planned. And try to have a good Friday, everybody. Be safe and use your brain. And I will see y'all as soon as possible. And thank you for everything. Everybody out there, thank you. I mean it from everybody. Everybody out there that said anything, donated, anything. Thank you to all you guys, all right? Thank you very much. Thank you in the morning. Thank you in the evening. True. Hey, by the way, there's a really cool video out there if you are a fan of Back to the Future. Go look up that dude who was in who played the snowman in that fucking Disney movie. Olaf. He played Olaf the snowman. He's got his own YouTube channel on YouTube, and he did a Back to the Future thing with the entire cast and crew of Back to the Future, and it was a really great fucking video to watch. Like, I enjoyed it a lot because it had like all these people back that haven't been together since they actually did the movie. So it was really cool to see that. So if you guys are into Back to the Future, go check that out. It was a really great video, and he must be getting a ton of fucking views on that shit at this point. But that's about it, guys. Thank you, and hopefully everything goes good. I'll let everybody know. All right? Thanks, guys. See you later. Peace.
Oh, yeah, y'all didn't think I'd let you go without a song parody. Come on now. We gonna sing at fucking 5:45 in the morning. I'm in the middle of the living room doing my thing all early in the morning. Well, my mama going into surgery, a crazy motherfucker like me. I'm up to 5:45 in the morning, can't you see? And I'm rapping for you and me. Yeah, I'm hoping that everything go good with my mother so I can enjoy myself this weekend. Yeah, fuck, I don't want to drink, get my groove on. Maybe something to pull on. Yeah, maybe after that something to poke on and the smoke on. I get my groove on, do the dirty thing on. Man, fuck that. I get my black and tan on at the morning. Yeah, yawning. Well, everybody in the house is just sleeping. I'm out here creeping and I'm peeping like a portafino, portobelly mushroom, portobello hummy. I'ma come and get me, honey. Don't you know that I'm full of that honey, bitch? What? Peace. Mongoloid.